Good morning, everybody. Bright and early on a Friday morning. Let's see, day is April 8th. So, April 8th doesn't really mean much, does it? But today is eclipse day. And my son and daughter-in-law, they're really into this astronomy and stuff like that. So, it's a big deal to them. They're coming over to hang out, which is cool. I don't care what the reason is they're coming to hang out. I'm just glad they're coming to hang out, actually. So, has anybody got any plans? Do you live in the prime spot or whatever for the viewing of it? Indiana, where I'm at, it's going to come right through here, I guess. Hey, good morning, hunting and stuff with J&J. It's good to see you. How are you guys this morning? Bright and early. It's going to be an interesting time. I know that Rustic wants to do Thursdays, and I'm going to do Monday and Friday so far. And that's what this show's about. The Tuesday and Wednesday mornings. What's his name? Wolf's Den wants to do Tuesday and Wednesdays, I think it is. And I figured we'd check it out and see how that goes. Or if y'all want, I'll go ahead and try to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We'll see. I don't know. And as always with my shows, we have to put in the clause that unless something, as long as nothing's happening with Pop, then I have the show. If something's going on with my dad, naturally I can't. But I'm pretty sure everyone is aware. I would put a note or whatever up, however you do it, and say, hey, no show today or no show till later after I finish taking care of my dad, something like that. Oh yeah, J&J, I'm with you. I don't do crowds neither. In fact, I hate crowds. The only place I don't mind a crowd is the pro motocross races. But I've been going to them my whole life. Not my whole life, but 90% of my life, let's say. And the dirt bike races themselves, when I would go racing, they'd be kind of crowded sometimes. And I was okay with that. It was my people, or I don't know, my comfort zone kind of thing, something like that, I guess. But other than that, man, I don't like crowds neither. I don't like to go to concerts no more. I don't know what happened. And this was before the world went nuts, that I got that way. But, and I'm with you nowadays, man. There are so many terrorists in this country right now, and I don't care if anyone believes it or not. If you don't believe it, you're a fool. Take the time, find a good source for your news, and educate yourself. It may come in handy next year. Just saying. I pray that nothing happens to our country, but I'm not real convinced that it won't, depending on the outcome of November. I don't care which side you're on. Well, yeah, I do. If you vote for Biden this election, don't freaking ever come around me. That's, I guess I'm going to make a stand about that one. This country's in a lot of trouble, and him via Obama running the show, basically, or the upper echelons of the Democrat Party are ruining this country on purpose. The goal is to have a world with no borders, which is foolish. The one that gets me that no one talks about much. I seen a thing on 6 Minutes about all the people coming over from China. They estimate 22,000 people have entered this country from China. And I have one question about that. How do you get out of China? You don't, unless they know you're leaving. Yeah, exactly, Rustic. Run your ass off and dodge bullets. Good morning, Jody. Jody.
Morning, Double J. Morning,
After,
Bug Man. Morning,
good
Jody.
morning, Rustic. How are you, buddy? I forgot to say downtown Ernie Brown. Hi, buddy. He was up. He posted something last night about 11 o'clock. And somebody's got to go to the vet today. I suppose he's probably got to get neutered. And then Mike Sampson. What's up, Zampy? He was here earlier.
Ernie, Mr. Sampson. Good morning. Good morning, everybody.
Yeah, you're
Just
right,
got
AJ.
coffee.
Funny how that happens, isn't it? But anyway, all we can do is pray for our country, and if you're smart, you should have some guns and some bullets. That's all I got to say about that. If you don't, you're a fool. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but if you don't have a means of protecting your family in these days, you're wrong. Because regardless of what Nancy Pelosi says about putting a sign up, criminals don't care that your sign says this is a no gun zone. They will come in and shoot you, and everyone. It's easy then.
Oh, look at that, Double J. That's sending me some coffee. Awesome.
Nice. I actually seen Nancy Pelosi interviewed, and she said something along those lines. Well, if we pass the law, people will just turn their guns in and blah blah. And someone asked her about the criminals. Well, no, they would too because there would be no need for them. Like Nancy, have another drink, go back to some kind of party, and leave us alone. Good morning, Jimmy. Is it Geiger? Geig or Geiger, right? Good morning, Brandon.
Morning,
I
Brandon.
don't think I know you, Brandon. I know I've seen you around, so I'm gonna go ahead and mod you, buddy.
Yeah, Brandon's cool. He's around all
Yeah,
over the place.
I thought I'd seen him around. I just his emblem is the thing, or is whatever they're called, avatars or whatever. That one there, I remember it.
Yeah.
But you also have to understand, I got brain damage, just like Geiger counter. That's what I thought, Jimmy. That was actually what I used to not sound it out or whatever, but you know how they used to teach us. So far, it looks like it's kind of partly cloudy outside right now. I hope it's sunny for my son's sake. He's real excited about the eclipse thing. He's into that stuff. In fact, I forget the last one we had or whatever. They drove somewhere and camped out overnight and stuff for it in some other state or something, I think. And that's good. They took their kids and took them out of school and told the teacher it was a better educational opportunity than anything they were going to learn in school that day,
Yeah.
which I agree with actually. I'm sure they learned more with him than they did sitting in the classroom. Look at a lot that closed. There's a lot of places closed for this and stuff. I guess people are saying. I'm just now starting to pay attention. Yeah, Brandon, we all got brain. If you were around in the 70s and 80s and 90s, you definitely have some form of brain damage. There's no doubt in my mind. Times were funner and a lot freer, and we got to partake in a lot of things we probably shouldn't. But don't regret that I'd done most of them. To be honest with you.
Yeah. Considering what most of the adults done in the 70s, it's a wonder we're all not walking around like this.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. Well, that and we've been eating poison for so long now. There's some great documentaries out there about the food chains and the foods and stuff we eat. It's scary, man.
Yeah.
Oh, Jody, I'm sorry. On a crappy windy weekend, and you drive by and the water looks like glass. Yeah,
Hey,
that
that's the
big.
way it is here, Bug Man. I let my dog out a while ago. No wind, warm outside. I'm like,
Yeah,
this is a big difference what it was yesterday.
yeah, no doubt. Forget what did I do yesterday?
It was warm outside, but we had winds up to 30 mile an hour. It's like, good
Yeah,
Lord.
I went to church yesterday morning. It was nice to actually get to go in person. I usually have to watch it, on YouTube. And then when I come home, I don't even remember what I done. Oh, stripped off all Dad's bed stuff, washed it, and remade his bed. For which he slept in the recliner last night. So it's like, oh, it's typical. He started out in his bed, then he got up, said he couldn't sleep, and I gave him a Benadryl, which seems to help him go to sleep. And he, instead of going towards his bed, he went towards the recliner. And I'm like, I even told him, "Hey, Pop, you probably ought to go get back in bed at least in the next 20 minutes or so." I got up this morning. He was sitting in the recliner because I was going to bed when he got back up. I was like, I got to get up early. I'm going to bed. I still don't even think I got in bed till midnight. That seems to be the norm anymore for me. I know the Traveling Fools had trivia last night. I done the first round of it, and then I went to bed. And it's starting to warm up, which I'm stoked about. So I can. Oh, it's getting. I'm waiting until the spring rain and stuff is over with, so I can start working on my garage. Because I got an idea. I'm gonna go buy some tarps at Harbor Freight. I always forget the name of that. And I'm gonna move everything out of the garage and cover it in tarps until I figure out how I want to arrange the garage, and then I'm gonna start putting stuff back in.
Yeah.
And there's going to be a pile in the trailer and a pile that goes in the garage. The trailer's probably going to have the bigger part of the pile. But I don't want to do that until, at least we're in like the massive rainy season right now for this part of this part of the country anyway, Indiana. I don't know. I hope it don't rain much because there's nowhere for the water to go but down the rivers right now. I need to mow. I need to do that today, but it's not going to happen. I may mow part of the back just for Justin and them coming over.
Yeah.
Come to think of it, that might not be a bad idea. But then again, if it's a heavy dew or a frost, it takes till noon at least for the grass to dry enough to even think about mowing if there ain't no wind.
Yep.
I do got to see a house Wednesday. I took an appraisal assignment. We'll see what happens. Which, in fact, I need to work on that this afternoon or this evening. Get the paperwork and stuff picked out, drawn up. Like the property card and sales history and crap like that. And then Wednesday, if there is a show, I'll be on the road going to the VA. So I usually leave here about 5 to go there. That way I don't have to hurry. Because it's only, I don't know, 30 minutes, 35 minutes over maybe.
Yeah, I got to leave here about 5 minutes to 6.
Today?
Waited till my therapy this morning.
Oh, yeah, yeah. When I forget when I had my shoulder done, the VA said they'd pay for X amount of visits to therapy or whatever. And I just told the people, hey, man, email me a copy of what you do from this point forward. You know how they got the printouts and it shows the exercises. So, just email me a copy of all that so I know what to do at home.
Yeah.
But you don't get the massage or nothing like that,
Well, mine, I could do a lot of mine from home, but they have me lay down and she takes my arm and she'll take my arm and she'll bend that dude way back
Oh,
here.
yeah.
Where I don't want to bend it back here, she does.
Yeah.
So,
hey, Catfish Fever and Outdoors, good morning.
so I want to see Dancing Girls.
You
Well,
know,
that's the movie Coyote Ugly.
man, dude, with their union contract, they refuse to work before 3 in the afternoon these days. So come back at 3 and I'll see what I can do for you, brother. And the union, Dancing Girl Union, and they had something about a pole. I had to provide my own pole, and it's like, I just want the girls to come. I'll pay.
Tell the truth now. You got to call J Dog. Hey, I need to come get my pole off your boat.
Yeah, I need to come get my stripper pole. I did. Oh, I know. I went bluegill fishing Saturday, and I caught a nice crappie and a nice bass and about 5 bluegill.
Tell them on what you caught it on now.
I just cut pieces of night crawlers, man. To be honest with you, that's all I had. I didn't have,
No,
typically
tell,
if I'm
tell them what rod you caught it on though.
oh, I caught the bass on that little 4 foot yellow rod. It was fun. Yeah, heck yeah. And I don't know if I caught the crappie on it or not. I'll have to look back. I got some video of it. I got to get my grandson to edit it all together for me. But I started on the side of the lake or pond by the house because I didn't know if Sonny was home or not. And so about half hour, he come out and yelled at me. He said, "Why didn't you take the gator and drive around to the other side?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't know if you was home. I'm not just going to get in your garage and take your gator." Granted, this is a guy who's known me since I was born, dad's friend. And so I went up and got the gator and loaded my stuff up and went on to the other side. And that's when I started catching some fish. But typically, if I'm going bluegill fishing, I'll get some of them red worms or crickets. I'd like to try some jigs because this would be a good pond to try jigs on and see how they work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And little flies with people tying stuff. I don't know what, I don't know where you'd buy any at or whatever. I guess I'll have to hit someone up for some.
Just get some
And
little 30-second ones and little bitty brown looking ones.
yeah.
Maybe some with little white stripes or something, and just drop it down in there and they'll hit it.
Yeah.
You put
Okay.
sunflower seed in there, they'll hit it. They'll hit that.
Yep. Yep. And I see. I think I caught 5 bluegill, and 2 of them were nice bluegill, and the other 2 were just average. So I threw them back because there was such a spread between them. I didn't want to keep them in my little bucket and have them die or anything like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. How are y'all doing?
Not
Morning,
bad
Steve.
yourself. Another day in
Y'all got your
paradise.
coffee? Get your coffee handy?
I got mine handy. My
Did y'all have a
Red
good
Bull coffee.
weekend?
I'm a Red Bull guy.
Did y'all have a good weekend?
Yeah, it wasn't bad actually. Dad's been doing real good for about a week and a half now. It's like something
That's
clicked.
awesome.
Yeah, it's like something clicked, and he kind of snapped out of the dementia a little bit. But he still has really bad memory issues, But he's
Mhm.
not, sitting there sometimes with topping off the wall. And he's got this thing he does when I put a blanket on him, he has to, because they're usually folded in half because they're too big for a recliner. Boy, he's got to match the 2 corners up. I don't know what this is all about, but he has to match the 2 corners up. Then he stretches the blanket out, and then he sits there and messes with the corners for some. I don't know what it's about, but Mom didn't understand what he was saying when he was like, "No, I need the corner up here," and I had to go and explain. I said, because she can't see, so she doesn't know. I sit there and watch him. I see him do it all the time. I said, "Mom, he's got to have these 2 corners up here, and the like if you fold it over, the 2 corners on the left side, and the curve or the other end where you fold it over on the right side." I don't, and he matches them up or something, and he'll do it for hours, while he's sitting there watching TV.
Yeah.
Brandon, Pontoon Jody, Catfish Fever and Outdoors, Jimmy Geiger. Good morning. Well, I made my first video in
Did
a
you
year
really?
and a half over the weekend.
Throw you a link up there, man. I don't know how to do it, or I'd do it for you. Somebody might know how. Well, they gotta have. See how stupid. They gotta have the link to do it. Never mind. But if you know how to do it, man, you're welcome. Anyone can throw links up there, as long
Yeah,
as they're
it
not links
was.
to something that you wouldn't want your grandmother to see.
Oh no, I was on my tractor. I was turning the garden over with my mold board, and watching a tractor go back and forth may not be interesting to everybody, but somebody
And
might say,
hey,
"Ooh,
you'd be surprised, man. I actually I wanted to say, and nobody here probably. There's a guy named Shoestring, and he's rode the rails as a hobo for 40 years or more, and he started a YouTube channel, and if you ever get a chance, go watch some of it. The guy's really interesting, and he's his knowledge of the rails is vast, and he would he'd make videos while he was waiting to hop on a train, and then he'd make them while he was on the train and stuff. Well, he got sick, or he got hit by a car originally. That's what it was, and his family made him get an apartment and stuff like that. Before that, he hadn't lived in an apartment for 30 some years. Good morning, Stephen Corley. Good to see you, buddy. And he passed away last week. Someone said they couldn't find him, and they think he was fishing and slipped in the pond behind his apartment. They found his body in the water. But this one's the Shoestring Man. Hobo Shoestring is the name of his channel. Awesome videos, man. I'm telling you, you don't have to be a rail fan to watch this and enjoy it. Just the guy's done it for so long. He could be anywhere in the country on the rail and tell you which train was going which direction, where it was going to, and it just really interesting stuff. But Godspeed, Shoestring. Who is it? Zed's place said they know Shoestring. Yeah. If you know Zed, he wore a certain kind of hat. It was like a green card and it had a leather thing around the front. I sent him that hat because the one he had 3 or 4 years ago was all. I didn't do that. The one he had before that was all getting wore out or whatever. And what the heck's happening? I'm not doing that, I swear. But anyway, I had to watch a video until I could freeze frame. There was a little tag on the side of this hat. And did you Catfish Fever? Do you know what I'm talking about? There you go. Thanks for the link, Zed. But I had to I freeze framed a video where I could zoom in and see that tag and what the name of it was. Then I Googled and I found those hats and I ordered him one of them and sent it to him. I talked to him, and said, "Hey man, give me your address. I got something I want to send you." And if you've never watched it, if you've never heard of him or whatever, man, seriously, go check it out. It's the ones probably
I did that.
you did that. No, you didn't. The ones probably 2 or 3 years back or 2 years back are good ones to watch. If you see something, where like he's going to explain about, a rail yard or what something. He wasn't he? Said the guy was just, man, a one of a kind. He slept better on a moving train, and he called them the Cadillac trains, and you have to watch the video to understand what it's about. But there's like cubby holes in the end of the train within these round circles about, I don't know, that big around maybe, and you can crawl up in there, and then it's a place you can ride out of the weather and everything. It's good stuff, man. In fact, I should have put something in the headlines. Morning, Gabe. How are you, buddy? Yeah, he went to Alaska. That was cool, wasn't it? And he got up there. He went there in the wintertime one time, and he just got lucky that he made it to some little small place that rented him a little place to stay in because it was like 25 below zero or something. He did, man. If you want to know what freedom is, especially after he had a drinking issue originally, like most young people would have had back, in his days. But once he stopped drinking, and I mean, his channel was popular enough. He was making money off of it, more money than he ever needed. He even said that one time.
Hey, Gabe.
But it's such a unique existence. He was free. He didn't have anywhere to go or be. He just went wherever he wanted to go and done whatever he wanted to do. And regardless of what anyone thinks about home ownership, the corporate world, or whatever, that's not freedom, man. You're tied to bills and debt and everything else. And I'm telling you, man, the guy will make you understand what true freedom is. Go away, Gabe. We ain't talking. I'm talking about and someone posted a link. Scroll back up. This dude named Hobo Shoestring. What was that? That sounds bad, Rustic.
I know. I need to grease it.
I'm reckoning, man. At least you're sitting on it now, I reckon. Oh, well, you can come back up, Steve. You're fine, man. I didn't know what happened. All of a sudden, everybody started leaving.
I had to restart my phone. It just blinked.
Oh, are you, Zed? Are you making it like in a video format that goes through your life? That's interesting. I'll have to look. Post a link if you could. But Zed knows what I'm talking about, man. So if you get a chance, you just go by it. At least I think they said his channel is going to stay active. And if it is, check it. I'll warn you ahead of time. It turns into a wormhole that you'll go down and end up spending a few hours. I guarantee you that.
What's
Well,
Eric doing? There you go. Morning, Eric.
Morning, Rustic.
It's raining over there, Eric. You keep that.
Yeah, sorry about that.
It's that
I
morning
was
man.
We
trying to share
to
my
you.
link out, but I kicked myself out of the whole everything, and I actually had to close my browser and open it back up. And
Oh. Dude, I'm telling you right now, you will have to ask someone else about all that. I have no idea what I'm doing. It took me forever to figure out how to make the thing where it shows that it's going to be coming up. You know what I mean?
yeah, if
I'm
someone
learning.
would,
I mean, I learned how to make the like the one I had today was my sticker or whatever and said Showtime. I learned how to do a little bit of that, but other than that, it's way beyond me.
yeah, but
I got bad news for J Dog.
What's that?
Some little girl caught a 108-pound fish on the
I
Ohio River.
heard someone was just talking about that.
Ooh.
Oh shoot! I was gonna say something. I
what
forgot.
body of water was that in?
It was up by I don't know exactly where it was, but I know it was on the Ohio River.
Ohio.
It's a new Ohio state record, 108 pounds and some odd ounces.
That's
Hey
awesome.
Gabe, I said hey on your.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I think it was the last video you done this morning. I said hey on it to you in case you didn't see it. There, he posted your link, bud.
Yeah.
Catfish Fever and Outdoors got us covered. It's about time we had somebody in here that knew what they were doing because it sure ain't me. Oh, I know. There was another guy. Hey, Zed, did you? Oh, what was the kid's name? And he ended up dying. Shoot, he was a hobo, something. Young kid, and he started riding the rails. He drank a lot, you know. I mean, he was drunk for sure, but his videos were pretty interesting. And for the life of me, I can't think of his name. But there's a bunch of videos out there that done.
Shoestring?
Huh?
Shoestring?
No, Shoestring. That's what started this. Shoestring died last week.
Yeah.
Yeah, a couple days last week, I think it was. Okay, Catfish. You know who I'm talking about? Sobo or something like that. His was pretty good too. But there's a whole world out there that we don't know about unless you're, part of it. Like there's even a book out there about the signs people would leave back in the day on, like you tag your name or whatever. Well, there were symbols and stuff. The real people had their own symbols and stuff to warn people about things. Zed, oh crap! I'll remember it. It'll come to me. But if you've never seen it, and it's a wormhole, you'll go down. But it's a good one to watch. For the life of me, I can't remember his name now. But yeah, he ended up getting run over by a train. And then this hobo Shoestring, he lost about about this much of his hand because he had fell and his hand got run over by the train. Strobe, that's it. Stobe. Hobo Stobe or something like that. But his are pretty entertaining. In fact, his were real entertaining as far as he'd only be out there at night and he drank a lot. Yeah, John, we are actually we were started talking about originally about Shoestring, and there's actually a few people in here who know who he is. He passed away last week, and the guy was a rail riding legend, man. Yes, exactly. There is, and some young kid won it last year, and Hobo Shoestring should have.
Morning,
Just saying,
John.
I watched it. Who was a nice guy, Lou? Shoestring.
Small Water Charters, how you doing? Uncle Lou, how are you?
Morning, Uncle Lou.
Gabe, J&J.
Good morning, Uncle Lou, him of the Bigfoot variety.
Yeah,
And
how'd
I
that
don't mean the creature that lives in the woods.
I forgot to put my hat on Saturday, and I sunburned the top of my
Oh,
head.
you're kidding me.
Not terribly bad, but enough. It's a little tender to touch.
And
You'll be
you
itching that
better hope it don't start peeling.
Well, my son bought me a wide brim fishing hat,
Yeah.
and that's definitely something I'm going to wear when I'm out doing gardening stuff. Keep sun off your head and face and everything, neck, protect you from a little bit.
Really, John? You don't have a ring camera? You of anyone up there with your boat and stuff sitting out there, you need a ring camera, man. It'll wake you up when that happens, and you can catch them, bring them in the garage, strip off 2 ends of an extension cord, plug it in the wall, and teach them that they should never ever come back to your house again. I wouldn't do that, but maybe it works. Oh, you have camera? You just haven't looked at ours yet. Oh, dude, you got to post that video. Yeah, my cousin lives in Noblesville, the town I moved from, and it was actually on the news. It's been 3 or 4 years ago before the ring cameras got real popular, and they caught a guy on video coming. He's probably a homeless guy or something. He's going down the sidewalk, and he looks over and he gets down and he crouches up and he goes up on the porch and he steals his lawn mowing shoes. I guess he didn't have no shoes, or they were better than what he had, but they ended up being on Fox News the next day.
Man, some people just have to steal something.
Yeah. Hey, Zed, thanks for coming in, man. Thanks for posting some links, and I hope we'll see you again, brother.
Morning, Chris M.
This being the first show of whatever this era is until Hogleg comes back.
That's funny. I'm gonna put a camera up just to catch the dog that's crapping in my yard.
There you go. Exactly. And then I thought about getting some, like I got my porch light on the end of the house is so bright. It's like 2 round lights facing each way. I mean, and it lights it up like daylight. I thought about putting them all around the house with motion detectors just to see what, sets them off. Around here, it's going to be something like raccoons or, it could be coyote or something like that, I suppose.
Possums.
Yeah, until Hogleg's done playing video games. That's a nasty cult, man. Yeah, look, we still ain't never got Coach back from him. When he disappeared and it first happened, I was like, man, where's Coach at? And they said something about, well, he's been playing this semi game or something. I'm like, oh, you're kidding me. Then about a month later, I started the cult thing. Oh man, the semi video game cult captured him and won't let him out.
Well, I've got to go get me some tobacco. I'm out. So
okay, brother.
I'll check in with y'all here in a little bit.
You're welcome up anytime. You get your video posted to your tractor, put it up there, man. Put a link up. I know I'm an idiot. Hold on here. John sent me a picture. on a woman's bike.
Dave Bozarth, good morning. All right, y'all be good.
Man, that's got to piss you off, John. Just knowing the dude was out there in the middle of the night would piss me off, man. Heck, it wasn't that late. It was 10:30 at night. Dang, man. I'll show you it. You can't see a whole lot, but let me do this. I know you can't see good. There it is. There's the guy walking up to his driveway in the middle of the night. You too can shoot a trespasser. Dirtbags. Dirtbag. Shoot the dirtbags. There's gonna be more of that kind of stuff going on. Don't not kid you.
Oh. Buggy, you won't see hog legs at the corn harvest.
So you're telling me the farm game actually goes along in real time, like the time of year or whatever?
I don't know, but it takes them a long time to do stuff.
Let's play a video game where I watch the corn grow.
Morning, Dave Bozar. Good
And if
morning.
the cam's not on, if you put headphones on and turn it up real loud, you can hear that corn growing. I'm kidding.
Morning, Donald.
I thought the same thing too, Chris, that it was a dress, but it's just a long t-shirt. And as you zoom in closer, you can kind of see that it's kind of dark, so you can't see all of it that well. But yeah, no, it's just a big long shirt. And like I said, all of you, everyone, because it's in the entire country, they've shipped, migrants over and they put them on planes and buses, and they're in places you don't even know they're there. As far as they were, instead of busing them, they were flying them around the country. And someone got video of it or whatever, and it ended up being on the news. But these migrants aren't all upstanding citizens. I understand that there's a percentage of the people coming across here that truly are seeking asylum.
Yeah.
But if they were actually truly seeking just asylum, they would stop in Mexico because it is the first safe country they come to, which is what the rule is technically. But anyway, there are a lot of nefarious people coming across that border right now. And there are a lot of people coming across that don't like you because you're an American. There's, what was it? On that show I seen on 60 Minutes, they estimated it was 18 to 22,000 people from China have came across that border illegally. Tell me how they got out of China and why they came. That's what I want to know.
I don't know. Last time I seen it, it was like 30,000.
It's possible. I know. I quote what 60 Minutes said because they used to be fairly reliable. I don't know now. And I just try to warn people, and people can tell me I'm paranoid or whatever. But has anyone seen the video clip of the one immigrant guy telling the other ones how to become squatters?
Yeah, he got arrested.
Yeah, thank God. Shot would have been a good thing. And he even said, "We're coming and we're going to take your empty homes. And if it's your house, we don't care." Fortunately, they're catching up. And I know Florida already changed the law on the squatter thing.
Yeah.
Now, if they would just change the law where you're allowed to shoot them for breaking into your property and coming in and taking over it. I think I told the story the other week about the soldier who bought a new home, went to Afghanistan, comes back, and there's squatters in his brand new home. You're not lying, CFO, 100%. there's the Chinese one is the one I think people should be worried about. I mean, there's plenty of terrorists came across, and that's going to happen. You'll start seeing the fruits of that. I don't know if it'll happen. It probably won't happen before the election because they don't want to do anything to ruin the chances of Biden winning. If there
Yeah, I
are,
know. A couple of days ago on the news, there was a bust in New York. Some squatters were in the house, some illegals, and they went in there and they found drugs, money, and guns.
well, sure, cartel people.
They arrested 6 of them, let 3 go.
You know why they let 3 go? That's unless they're legal citizens. I don't.
No, they were all illegal.
You're right, Lou. People should be selective about their source of news. The first thing you want to do is stay away from the big networks because they're all shills for either one or the other. Jody, it said device not connected. Let's see what happens. There we are. Are you doing the speed limit?
Morning.
Are you doing the
Yep.
speed limit? Thank you.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep you from ever getting a ticket again as long as you live.
I can't get another ticket.
That's a good thing.
I can't take traffic court for another, year or so?
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
All because you want to drive fast. I've never had a speeding ticket in my life.
You don't have to drive like me, though. It takes me half an hour to hour and a half to get somewhere.
Well, I would leave earlier then. That's just how I roll. Hey, what's up, Gabe?
Well,
What's up? What's
I'm
up, everyone?
I'm always in a rush to get somewhere.
Yeah, you'll eventually get old and say, forget that Russian stuff, man.
She got too much
Yeah.
hair to take her up where she leaves. Takes a long time.
Yep,
Nah.
that's true. Yeah.
My hair don't take no time at all, dude.
No.
No,
But
it's natural curly. All I do is comb it, basically.
spritz it and go. How much money you
Yep.
reckon you paid in tickets in your lifetime?
I don't know.
How many tickets you had?
I got this last one. Oops. Then I got one, about 6 months before that. Then I got a warning ticket a couple times before that.
Nope, I just mean
And
ones
then
where
I
you
got-
have to pay money.
Then I got one on the interstate. Let's see, where I had to pay money. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe
You got me.
7.
7, and what's the average amount you got to pay each time you get one? $200.
At least 200.
Okay, so how many fishing poles does that buy? Just say,
Yeah.
that's the way I look at things. I already give them a lot of my money. Why would I want to give them more? And B, what
Yeah.
else could I have bought with that money? I got a DUI once. I was a young man, still in the army, or just got out of the army. And me and Mitzi is together, and she was pregnant, and we had Brandon. And I sold a motorcycle to pay my lawyer. Not a dirt bike, mind you. It was a road bike. But I sold a motorcycle to pay my lawyer to teach myself a lesson. And I've never had one, never had a ticket. Now, I would have sat in jail for 30 days before I'd have sold a dirt bike. I'd have just told Mitzi, hey, you're going to have to find someone, your mom, my mom, somebody going to have to help you out with bill money because I ain't selling my dirt bike. I'll sit in jail. But yeah, that's what I look at is the money aspect. I don't even care about losing the license. It's how much money you had to pay. I know that DUI I got that time when I was young. I bet it cost me over almost $3,000 total when it's all said and done. Not counting the hours you got to go sit through their monkey classes, And if you don't partake in the class and become active in it, they'll make you do it over.
Yeah.
I'd be like calling my mama, Mama, put my bike on Marketplace, hurry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what I look at is the money aspect. I don't even care about losing the license. It's how much money you had to pay. I know that DUI I got that time when I was young. I bet it cost me over almost $3,000 total when it's all said and done. Not counting the hours you got to go sit through their monkey classes,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
You
think
know.
that's the only time I got pulled this year, though.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Let's see. I mean, and you can still speed and they'll let you slide. You can't speed, not 9 miles over is about the limit, I think. What is it they say? 9 you're fine and 10 you're mine, something like that.
maybe.
But yeah, I think that's what it is. 10 mile over now usually gets you is what a friend of mine said.
Be like a friend of ours. She got pulled over and she started crying when the cop got there. She goes, "I ain't never got a speed ticket." He said, "Well, you've never been caught. You just
Yeah,
ain't been
you
caught."
ain't never been caught. That's it.
And she was doing
Yeah.
45-hour speed limit, and she was at a 45. I was like, "Good Lord."
Who was pooping in the bushes? That's when you let the dog out. If
John,
like, dude, you're gonna run across my yard with your pants at your ankles as fast as you can. Watch.
That's
I
when you
gave
let
that
the
to my
dog
cat.
out.
Go get him, Gunther. Get him.
Exactly. Yeah, let the dog out. Even a little dog would scare him, or they'd take off running. I'd turn my camera on first, and I'd let the dog out, and I'd film the idiot running out of my bushes and across the yard trying to pull his pants up, with me yelling,
That
"Got the wipe!"
that video you showed, Buggy, was that your driveway where someone was standing in it?
No, that was John's. Yeah, he said
Oh no
his
way,
neighbor.
John.
Yeah, his neighbors called him and sent him the video and said there was someone out in his driveway last night. Yeah, John, you're right. It's only April, so it's not even time for Jody to start fishing serious where she got to hurry to get there.
I
I'm gonna try
wanted
and
to
get
fish
out.
last night, but James didn't want me to, so I didn't.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
gonna try and get out this week. The weather's gonna be
you're
nice all week.
right. About 8 grand these days.
Yeah, we only got today's our best day of weather. The rest of the week is going to be like 90% chance of thunderstorm.
Really, I hadn't even looked at later this week. I was just looking at today's. Let's see. It's 51 degrees right now. You kidding me? Okay,
Hey
right.
David, Chris, how you
It's
doing?
right now at noon. It's going to be partly cloudy with a 1%. 1 p.m. There's a 0% chance of rain all the way till 6 p.m. So that's good, but it's partly cloudy.
Jimmy wants to know how fast you're going right now, Jody.
55.
She's in a 35, folks.
I'm either in a 40 or 45.
Yeah,
Tuesday
I'm
and
gonna try and
Wednesday,
get
I
out
got
there
a
this.
30-some% chance of rain, but Thursday I got a 99% chance of rain. So I'm going to say Thursday there's a pretty good chance it rains here.
Well, it's raining there where Eric's at.
Yeah, that's what
It
we have
finally,
last night. I think the deck was a little wet when I got up this morning. Let the little guy out.
after 4 months, it finally stopped raining here. So I'm gonna try and get out to get some fishing done this week. Just to be
Nice,
70,
dude.
75, 80 for like 10 days straight. So
You got to get my number and text me when you're going to go live because I get I don't know how many notifications a day of people videos or whatever, but we're fishing today during the
yeah,
eclipse.
yeah.
Got a catch. I've already made the intro to the video. Oh, that's cool, John. But I guess my son said we're sitting in one of the prime time things, and I'm seeing all kinds of signs. Like there's a sign you turn off my road said the Eclipse Extravaganza or something, and it's a farm down the way, and she's always putting these signs up. One of them is on in the summertime on Fridays. I think it's Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. They do field yoga or something where everyone comes out and they do yoga out in the field or something. She's always posting signs, but they got something going on. I guess all the hotels around are booked. "93 in the 7. I've never went 93 miles an hour in my life. Wait, take that back.
Really?
What?
One time when I was 16, and by the grace of God, I'm alive because I was in a Chevy Impala with bad shocks that floated like this when you went over bumps. And the fact we didn't die that night is pure proof there's a guardian angel, is all I got to say, because we should have been dead that night.
Dude, you can go 100 miles an hour in my car and you can't even feel it. You don't even know it because the ride's so smooth. You got to look down at the odometer and be like, oh, shoot, I'm going
Yep.
80. I need to slow down.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel like it.
Yep. It gets me in the Buick. That Buick Enclave's the same way, man. It's so smooth and compared to my little Ford, that thing here, man, I'll be cruising on the interstate and look down, I'm running 80 and be like, dang, man, it feels like 55.
But
My
no, I was
old
telling
pickup,
you, guys,
though,
you got to watch it because it'll jump from 0 to 80 in a heartbeat.
my old pickup, though, felt like it was falling apart once I hit 55, man. It was shaking and banging, and I knew, like,
CFO, if you
yeah.
can find me some of them people, I'll let them put a tent in my backyard for $1,000, and I even give them drinks.
I got big
Now,
old lot.
hey, John,
Rain campers.
I've been
100 miles.
90 mile an hour in a boat, which is the fastest thing I've ever ridden in my life, or the fastest I've ever went in anything in my life. And I worked at the marina up at the Salamone when I was in high school in the summer, and this guy had one of them quarter-mile drag boats, or I guess it was a big thing down at Lake Cumberland to have these super fast boats like that. But it had the big metal plate across the back that as you stepped on the gas, you stepped on it, and it kept it from going up or whatever. And this one here had fiberglass seats that curved like this, okay? Then you sit in them like these little bucket seats. But it had nowhere to hold on the passenger side. So I'm trying to hold on to the edge of the round part of this seat as we're running 90 mile an hour. Dude, I was butt puckered, scared to death. When they finally let off, I said, dude, take me back to the pier. I'm done. Don't ever do that again unless you put a handle for me to hold on to. Well, I guess
No, man.
I
I would
took
have
his
jumped
wife
off.
ride the next or that evening or whatever, and the next week he had a handle to hold on to. But
Best
yeah,
I've ever done on a motorcycle. I was doing 140.
it was and the thing about that boat is you literally sat like that far from the water. I could have reached out and just touched the water about waist level sitting down. You talk about scared. Most you make me just shake over 45. So will the old military Jeeps, them Willys Jeeps or whatever in the Army. If you got them over 40, man, you was doing something.
When I test drive a vehicle, I make it hit 100. You can tell a lot about a car doing 100.
Not me.
Yep.
I couldn't tell you anything.
Yes, you can.
Not
Yeah,
me.
you can.
I will never go
Do
that
anything that shakes or is messed up on it, it shows up when you hit 100.
or it
They
falls
encourage
off,
you
or
when
it
you
falls off.
when you take it out for a test drive, the guy at the dealership will tell you, step on it. Try it,
Oh, they don't. Yeah, they don't
Yeah.
like it. Trust me.
I'll be
The
like,
ones out here, dude, they're like, hey,
I'm gonna
step on
drive
it a little
this
bit.
car just like it's gonna be driven the entire time I own it. That's what I'm gonna tell him when we're gonna take off cruising. He said, we can go fast. I said, why? And I ain't going nowhere, just test driving. This is how this car will be driven its whole life.
I test
Yeah,
drove
if
up.
I would go buy a car off you, just a person, I hit 100. I don't care if they're sitting beside me or not. I'm fixing to buy a car off of them, and I want to know what it's like.
I'd
Yeah.
smack you in the back of the head and tell you, stop my damn car right now. Get out.
So I told that dealer up there when I bought that brand new Chevy Apollo. Well, we test drove that brand new Mustang, man, had that big V8 in it. We test drove it like that, and I stopped and I took off. That thing started getting sideways, and it laid us back in the seat. And that dealer guy over is like, "What the hell? Don't do that! Don't do that."
See, I can't have a car like that. Then I would be like Jody, and I would get tickets. I rode.
You gotta know when to do it, when not to do it. I have a short video on my channel, but it says 100 miles an hour, and it's me going 100 miles an hour in my car, but it's smooth, man. You can't even tell.
A friend of mine had ninja motorcycles or whatever, the road racing looking kind.
That they can give you they can look at your video, and if you're showing your speedometer doing over 100 mile an hour and you're at 55, they can give you a ticket for that.
Yep. But I rode this guy's ninja thing. It might have been a Busa, I don't remember, but I took it out here on the highway by my old house. And I took off, and that motorcycle talks to you as you're riding it. Come on, man, you go. And I mean, I looked down, I'm running about 85 in a very short stretch. I was like, okay, that's enough. Took it back to him. It was the young guy that I run over in the dirt bike race that time. He said, man, dude, you want to buy you one of these? We go, no, man, nope. I'd either die or I'd get a bunch of tickets because that bike wanted you to go fast.
Yeah, Buggy, don't ever take, if you ever meet any of the Hells Angels or any of those guys and they offer you to ride with them,
Yeah.
don't do it because they're going to go 100 miles an hour.
Dude,
they will go 100 miles an hour and they'll tell you better keep up.
My brother was the 1%er. You're preaching to the choir, man.
Yeah.
Believe me.
On those windy roads too, man.
My son got pulled over doing 116 in a 55. That cost me $2,000 to get him out of that.
Oh yeah, I bet. Yeah, they'll throw you in jail for that. At least out here they will.
Got pulled over. Son, you know how fast you was going? Yeah, 116. He said, well, I clocked you at 12, but we'll go with that. I was like, hell
I
no.
wonder what the ticket for that cost.
Yeah, catfish fever. 100 miles an hour will get you in jail overnight here.
Oh, yeah. Anything up here, I think it's, I forgot how much it is. It don't have to be 100 mile an hour, but.
Hey, John, I sent you the picture of the shovel head.
20 mile an hour or something like that. They'll take you to jail for it.
I've had the cops change my speed so I wouldn't get in with trouble. They drop it where I wasn't going as fast on the ticket.
You say, I'll go catch you a big fish. Come on, drop it.
I got one lucky. I've been luckier than you, Jody. I swear I was racing my friend on the freeway. I was about 19. We were going over 100 miles an hour, and there's a CHP officer on the right, which is the California Highway Patrol. And as soon as I saw him, I'm like, freak, man, this is it. We're busted. All he did was shine a red light on us, which means slow down. So we got very lucky.
I've had that done. Yeah, it's 100 mile. Yeah, I looked. It's 100 mile an hour, and over here you go to jail.
Hey, John, you know the best part about that? If they add 20 to mine, I'm still not speeding.
Yeah, they had to chase you an extra 20 miles to what it is.
You can ask Eric, man. I don't get in a hurry. That's not just a saying. That's a lifestyle for me, man.
They pull Buggy over for going too slow.
Yeah, they will.
You're impeding traffic.
If the speed limit's 70, I'll do 70. But it doesn't mean I gotta like it. The only reason I do 70 so I don't get run over. Chips and chaps, baby.
Not this ticket, but the ticket before that, I got pulled over, and the officer said, "Will you pull your registration and check your tags?" And I couldn't find it. All I found was ones that was expired. And I got out and looked back at my tags, and they was expired. I laid out a cuss word, and I was like, "Oh my God!" And he let me out of that one. He didn't write me up for bad tags. He said, "I could tell you didn't know your tags was out, so I'm not going to write you up on it."
Hey, John, you don't get mad at me.
But he did give me the speeding ticket.
I stay in the slow lane on the interstate. I don't hold nobody up. Seeing in my philosophy on doing the speed limit in the slow lane is once I get on the interstate from here to Florida, I never have to use my turn signal and pass nobody. I can just sit back and cruise. And you flip me off, I just wave at you.
I still can't believe on Friday, dude. So Thursday night I went to bed at 3 in the morning, like I always do, 3:30. I wake up, I turn on my computer, and y'all are still on. You're still going, dude.
We wasn't doing anything, and I said, as long as y'all want to stay up here, we will. I don't care. I didn't have anything to do.
Yeah, that was awesome, dude. I was like, wow.
In a 2-lane highway that you want to tailgate, I can tell you that. Because I'll wait till we get in the double yellow zone where it's all twisty and turny, and I'll back at bud boy down to about 40 and just cruise and say, now, had you not been tailgating me, I would have pulled over and let you go by, but now you're going to learn a lesson. And my car is identifiable. There's a giant FMF sticker in the back window and the Bugman 22 sticker, so you can find me.
Our stuff
Oh
goes
yeah,
out here.
I brake check everybody that rides my butt, tailgates me. I brake check them every single time. Because I don't
Oh
always
yeah,
speed.
me
Most
too.
of the time I go the speed limit. You know, most of the time I just go the speed limit.
I'm a
If you
brake
want to
checker.
ride my butt, I'm gonna brake check you. You aren't gonna like it.
Careful. In Indianapolis, what, last month, some 16 or 17-year-old girl got shot 5 times by some nut on the interstate in the road rage thing.
Well, that's all right. If they shoot at me, they better not miss, because I don't ever leave without
I'm with
mine.
you. Yeah, they shoot at me. I'm pulling 2 different guns out from different spots. Like,
They better not miss.
we're going, pal. I got no problem with that. You know, I'm what, 60. I'm okay. You can shoot me and kill me. I don't mind. I know where I'm going, and I've had a lot of fun and a good life. So, except for I'd have to worry about mom and dad. Other than that, I really wouldn't care.
That happened to my brother. He called me. He said this guy is waving a gun at him because he honked at him. I said, "Where are you at, dude?" He told me where he was at, so I flew down there. I didn't get there in time, but because I had mine on me, so I was gonna go, cut this guy. I was gonna shoot him, but I was just gonna go scare him back. But he ended up being from Oakland, and then CHP caught him in Oakland, and they arrested him.
All right,
People
Steve.
are crazy out there, man.
Well, yeah, and to be honest with you, I don't flip no one off or anything anymore.
I don't either.
There's way too many people with way too short of stuff fuses. You know,
I'm one of them. Shoot, I got road rage, but I ain't
nuts out there right now. I mean,
I got
there's
road rage, dude, but I ain't pulling a gun out.
You know, road rage is a serious thing these days.
I got it, but I ain't pulling a gun out on nobody.
You know why you didn't have that?
I'll cuss you out, but that's it.
You didn't have that in the 70s and 80s because most people where I live had shotguns in the back window of their truck, you know, so you could pull your little gun out, but it's a good chance that some of that buckshot's going to pepper the side of your car. Thank you,
You
Steve.
can't miss with one.
I need a keeper in here. That's what I need.
So y'all ready for the eclipse tomorrow or today? Huh?
Hey, heck yeah, it's coming right. I'm in the prime zone, dude. All the hotels are booked and people are all freaking out.
Oh wow, that's awesome, dude. We're only getting
out in the backyard.
We're only getting 40% here in California, so it won't be much of an eclipse.
My yard's flooded, so I could only remember them out in front, I reckon.
Your yard's flooded, dude. Just get some rain boots on and get a fishing suit on and get out there, man.
Yeah. Hey, Chris M, I remember rubber band guns. I had one when I was a kid. I'd get in a lot of trouble with something like that, believe me. I could get a butt whooping for having a rubber band gun, I know this. And then we'd go through the bag of rubber bands that Mike had on the desk and get all the big ones out, take them. I'm surprised Dad hadn't woke up yet.
You just jinxed it, but I was gonna wake up.
I seen a video. A guy made what did he call it? A slap shotgun or something, and it was just a piece of galvanized steel, or not zip tied, gauze clamp type thing. It just wood, and it had a piece of galvanized that went inside it, and he put the shell in that piece of galvanized. And he had the cap on the end of the other one, and he would slide it in the shotgun. And when it went so far, he'd have to, like quick, but it would shoot the shell out. It would shoot. Like he must have had something like a nail head or something that, he slid it back into. And I'm doing a horrible job of explaining what this was. But I watched it. I watched how he make it. So I'll remember it. Old car.
I'm always the unlucky one. I get shells that always land on my neck.
Oh, okay.
For some reason.
You know, it's funny on
It's burn, man.
on this here. I can't click on the link. The only way I can click on links is if I go to my phone where I'm just watching it on YouTube type thing. You know, car antennas are a good way to unlock your car if you lock it too. If
That
you're out
or
in
a
the
coat
middle,
hanger.
like we always would like saying, the way I learned about it was at a dirt bike race, and you know, in the middle of a field in the middle of nowhere, some guy locked the keys in the car, and dude
Dude,
went
when
over.
I had a truck, I always put a coat hanger in the back in
Yeah,
the bed. And every time, I mean, it was so easy to break in this truck I'm telling you about. The, you know, you go 50 and it feels like it's falling apart.
yeah.
I'd break in that truck in 30 seconds with that coat hanger. It was a lifesaver, man.
This guy here took, and I forget what they used to pry the door open enough to get the antenna in. And
Yeah.
he used the antenna and went in and pushed on the unlock button on the door, on the armrest place there where the buttons was. Slick as all get out. Roy Rogers cap guns. Cool.
So
How many
little Red
did you
Ryder
ever take
BB
the
guns.
roll of cap, put the whole roll down and smash it with a hammer? Cap guns for you young people. You have to Google it. We were talking about someone talked about how painful it is to step on a Lego. You want to know pain? Step on a jack. Remember jack? You throw them out and bounce the balls, pick up however many you're supposed to. Little, they almost look like star things made of metal. They will stick to your foot. I don't even know if they still have those. I'm thinking, I suppose you might find it like $1 store, not the Dollar General, but that $1 store.
Tree.
Dollar Tree, yeah. Or whatever you might find. They still have those like little wood paddles with the ball on it. You were
Yeah.
cool if you were a child and asked for them.
There's no more Dollar Trees here, bud. You know how much a Big Mac costs here now?
Dude,
Hey, did you hear about that?
no, $20.
$18.
Yeah, because they raised
$18 for a Big Mac.
$20. Yeah.
18
Well,
bucks,
Get
dude.
Here alone, I ordered 2 fish sandwiches and 2 Big Macs, and it was $16.
No, that's one Big Mac here.
Yeah, now, yeah, there. But I mean, for his freaking Indiana, man, you know, farm country place. But I was watching a news article about that, and the part the article was about was all the mom and pop businesses that are going to end up going out of business. You know, mom and pop little restaurants and stuff, because
Yeah.
there's no way they can compensate that.
$20 an hour minimum wage here now.
Yeah, yeah.
So what that's doing is it's killing the mom and pops that can't afford to pay,
Yeah.
you know,
That's what I just
20
said.
bucks an
Yeah,
hour.
mom and pops
Yeah.
can't absorb that, and they can't raise the prices enough to do it. California
It's like
is insane.
Gavin Newsom is really, I don't know if he's got to be doing it on purpose to kill this state.
There's no doubt he is, man. The guy is flat out evil.
Why would you sabotage your own state? You got to live here. Like, I don't get that, man.
Yeah,
And it's not just it's the rich people too. If you go down to Beverly Hills, you go off of Rodeo Drive, every single business is out of business for lease.
Yep.
So
like
I mean,
the
it's not just the poor people. The rich people are getting the hell out of here.
Well, yeah. Well,
It's a whole plan for the Chinese to move in there and start buying people out because they can't afford
Yep.
people.
Yep. When the
But even the rich people are leaving.
It literally killed whole towns here. Like where I grew up, we had a Chevy plant, a Delco Remy, and Port Warner Transmissions. And I'm talking what, maybe 30,000 jobs, I'd say, between all three of them. And all of a sudden, those 30,000 jobs go away. What do you have? You've got a ghost town, basically.
Or what McDonald's is doing, $20 a Big Mac.
The only thing left here was the hospital. That's the only place that employed anyone that made money.
Morning, Gigabilly.
Gigster.
And now if you leave California, Buggy, Gavin is going to tax you for leaving California now. It's gotten so bad now. He executive ordered a bill that if you move out of California, you have to pay a tax for doing that. I said, good luck, because I'll be out of state, so I ain't paying.
Yeah, you're gonna have to mail me that one and hope you can find me.
Check will be in the mail, buddy. Because
and
if I ever leave, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, what's he gonna do if you don't pay it? Put a lien on your house in California that you don't have it anymore. Yeah, this world sucks. That's why I just take. I actually made disappear after my father gone.
If I had the money like these people do, I would definitely run for office, and I would just to try and save this place, man.
No, it's such a big system anymore. You can't, like you said, Johnny, you can't do it unless the party gives you money to be able to run the thing. That's
what I mean. If I had millions and millions and millions of dollars, I'd run, and I just not for the power, but just to try and save the state that I live in. You know?
Exactly. Yeah. Well, and like someone made the comment, the Chinese are going to come in and buy all that up. Wait and see. Unless California would never do it. Florida passed a law. DeSantis passed a law that they can't buy land in Florida.
Yeah. California's already all owned by China. It's too late for us.
Which Florida and Texas may be the only safe places to live before long.
See, if I run and I win, I would just take China's land that they bought here, and I claim it as eminent domain. So I just take it back. Sorry,
hey, John. I'm with you on that one. My mom outlived her. She lived to 100. Her mom's sister, her grandmother, her great grandmother, all lived to be 100 years old or more. So she's gonna outlive me. Yeah, I hear something not to mention about that paying attention. Hold on, I'll find out. Get my mouse on.
Somebody's buzzing. Like it sounds like a spaceship.
It might be. Jump off. I'll be there in like 3 minutes.
Yeah, I think it's you, Jody. Hold on.
Jody's in a spaceship. She's in a rocket ship.
That's it.
Yeah.
Anyone? Do we agree? That's it? Okay.
That's it.
Yeah, it's you, Jody.
Yeah, you're probably hearing my rods hitting the dash or something.
It sounds
the rods got kind of rough.
Like an electric, like you got the 2 wires that go up and the electric goes up through it. That's what it sounds like, an electric.
Yeah. But I'm almost at work. I'm just right up here. So thanks for letting me hang. Have a good day, everybody.
All right, Jody.
I'm on the way this time. I'm going to be on the slow from now on forever.
Yep.
I'm going to send you a sticker to put on your dash. Do not speed.
Yeah. Pull this woman over.
Yeah, kind of like the black tape you put over the service engine soon light so you don't have to look at it.
Hey, Buggy, when I run for office, I'm going to have Uncle Lou as my VP, and I'll put you as my Secretary of Defense, and we'll just have dinner parties every night.
Exactly, that's it. Yeah, we're not going to get anything done, but you got to figure how long's the term. You get 4 years, we can have a 4-year party.
We'll have dinner parties every night. Yes.
Go off into the sunset and enjoy ourselves after we wasted all that money. We're going to have the Catfish Community Cookout at the Governor's Mansion.
And we'll make the whole state eminent domain so you can fish wherever you want. Yep.
There's a stock pond with giant blues in it. Come on out, guys. We're going to change the outlook of California forever. We're going to give it some country.
You're dang right. Yeah, Uncle Lou, but you be doing good when we're changing people's lives. It's not politics. It's just making people's lives better. Lower taxes, you
Hey,
know.
Lou, you're gonna be like the VP, dude. VPs don't do nothing but attend
Yeah,
dinner
there you
parties
go.
and drink other people's alcohol and spend other people's money. Mr. Sanchez, good morning to you.
Heck yeah, Uncle Lou. I can see you doing that.
Mr. Sanchez, I like your avatar. I have that flag hanging on my garage. I did. It blew off a while back there. I put it back up.
Yeah, I ordered a "Don't Tread on Me" flag with a pole
Yep.
that's going to be flying in front of my house here by the end of the week.
I got
I
a
love
pole.
that flag.
I got a pole. I got to figure out how to mount it, man. It's an aluminum one that you can actually slide all the way up. It's about 50 feet long.
Yeah, I already got one. I was lucky. There's already one on the house, so I just got to buy the pole and the flag. So that's on order.
Yeah, I just got to figure out how to. This one here, I think I could mount it without having to dig a giant hole with concrete and stuff.
No, dude, you just get the pole holder. And you just get a power screwdriver and just drill it in the freaking stucco, man.
We don't have stucco here, man. This is Indiana. I thought about just bungee cording it to the corner of the deck out front, actually.
That's cool, dude. No, I like flags. I like collecting them, but I'll switch them out. But the "Don't Tread on Me" one with the snake's my favorite.
I got an American flag. These people up on Instagram or whatever, veteran-owned company, and these flags are made here in the States, and they're thick. I mean, probably last 10 years outside even, but it won't be out.
You got to be out here, yeah. It gets windy, so they better be durable.
Yeah, I'm gonna fly the American flag, the "Don't Tread on Me" flag, and probably a POWMIA flag. If my uncle was in Nam.
And believe it or not, like I'd say over here in this town I'm in, I'd say 70% of people have Trump flags in their yards.
Nice.
And I'm in California. I'm in California, dude. That's rare.
I like that, John. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest with you. I have never seen a Biden yard sign. Not once. Even last election, I never seen any. I mean, I'm sure they're out there somewhere, but they weren't in. I mean, I'm talking, I do appraisals in a lot of different towns, you know.
No, I did see Hillary flags when she ran, but I haven't seen any Biden.
Hey, Uncle Lou, we were talking the other day, or it's been a couple of weeks ago on a Wednesday church thing. They were talking about starting a campaign of Take Back the Rainbow.
Yes.
They decided it may cause a little controversy, and I'm sitting there thinking, oh, that's good. If you guys don't start that, I'm going to. I'm going to start making stickers with whatever Bible verse that's from about the rainbow. I got it marked in my Bible. I just don't remember the exact one. It's in Genesis, I'm sure. But like have a rainbow with the Genesis number on it, and then maybe below that on the sticker saying "Taking Back the Bow." I don't know, something like that. That'd really piss off some progressives, wouldn't it?
That's hilarious, dude.
Yeah. You haven't?
Yeah, I'm gonna see what other cool flags.
I've never seen. I take that back. I've seen them flying in people's yards. Come to think of it.
And you know what? Our state has a beautiful flag. It really does, with the bear on it and the colors. It's a really beautiful flag, but I ain't flying. There's no pride in it, so I'm not gonna fly it.
Yeah, no, not yet. I don't know what's gonna happen, man. I'm trying to figure out how the Democrats are gonna steal this election.
Nah, they can't, dude. It's over. They know it's over. They know they can't because they already did it. So they know that we're going to be watching this time around, big time. So they're not going to risk it.
I'm a firm believer in the campaign of voter ID and paper ballots. And until it's demanded, and that's the only way. For one, I didn't know you didn't have to have an ID to vote in Indiana. Every time I've ever voted since I was 18, I've had to provide an ID.
Yeah, you've never needed one here. You need an ID to drive. You need one to buy alcohol. You need one to get into a strip club, but you don't need one to vote. What kind of BS is that, man?
Yeah, I can't name anything you can do in this country besides vote that doesn't require an ID.
Even a fishing license, you got to have an ID.
Yep, or you got to fill out the information. Really, corned beef and cabbage? No, I like to make Reubens.
I like Reubens too. I just don't like rye bread.
Oh, I love rye bread. In fact, man,
I
I
don't
keep
like
looking
it.
for. I found some 2 weeks ago, and I have no idea where I bought this loaf of bread. This is the best rye bread I've ever had in my life, and I can't find it anywhere. I don't know where I bought it at. I have no idea. And I've been to both Walmarts and both Aldi's here, which have been the only two places I would buy that stuff, and I can't find it anywhere. Yeah,
I
Chris,
like Chris.
my papa's never voted. My mom never misses it. She's still, I don't know. I probably have to go in with her now because she can't see. Come think of it, and it depends on the
Hey,
polling place.
you gotta get rid of the mail-in votes. Most importantly,
Well, sure,
that's
there
that's
was
the
the whole
way.
idea
I mean,
behind
because
COVID. They made with COVID. They could make the mail-in ballots the norm, and then
that wasn't
don't
the norm. That was the plan. That was
exactly. I
the
was gonna
whole
say, yeah,
plan
don't get
behind
me
COVID.
down that rabbit hole because I could go off. But yeah, that was the
I
plan.
got proof. I've seen the proof. You know, you don't, don't. Then the news tells you don't believe your lying eyes. But sorry, I've seen it.
Yeah,
But
Rubens are awesome.
you just gotta get rid of the fraud, and that's the first thing you got to do. You know,
Well,
if the person not,
you got to get a Republican Party that has enough balls to stand up to the Dems cheating. That's the problem in D.C. Is the old school GOP that pretty much lets Dems do anything. I'd just like to see
Mhm.
the videos or the photos they got of all these people to make them vote the wrong way.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, if a Democrat wins in a fair election, I can live with that. You know what I mean? I can live with it. But I just want them to be fair. That's all.
Nixon, I like it. I won't come down and hang out with your mom, John. That's what y'all let me do. I'll come down and give you guys a break for a couple of days, and I'll hang with your mom. I'm good at taking care of old people, as it's evident. So, Nixon. I had these, and I bought them at Walmart the other day. Country fried steak and gravy, and they come in a box, and they're each individual country fried steak with individual little packets of gravy that you heat up by putting them in boiling water or whatever. Surprisingly
Ew.
good. I was
Really?
like, yeah, I was amazed, man. They, because I'm always looking for something that I can fix mom and them that ain't too hard. I don't want to make the gravy myself. I will for biscuits and gravy, but yeah, it was one of them kind of pleasant surprises, that when I opened
Man,
the
I
box,
can't eat all that. I can't eat the all that chemical food and like processed stuff anymore, man. That's how I lost all the weight. I got off of that stuff, man.
yeah, John, I got the medicine, brother. Don't worry about it. I got medicine to help her be awake. I got medicine to help her be asleep, and I got medicine to help her not realize. Well, she already doesn't realize where she's at, so that ain't no good. Squirrel.
Squirrel, what's up, Squirrel? Yeah, Barnabade Sanchez. You know what I'm talking about.
Is it still happening, Squirrel? Because none of us are hearing it after Jody logged out.
No, I don't hear anything.
Hear what?
That
Back
buzzing.
feed.
It
Squirrel
was just
said
like
there's
a
back
yeah.
feed coming from somebody, but does anyone else in the chat hear some back feed stuff?
I don't hear anything.
Hit on your mom.
Keep that to
Mom,
yourself,
I can tell you right now, the only way I'm hitting on your
Dave's big
mom is
brain.
if she has a huge bank account. I'm talking huge Biden-sized bank account. Then yes, I love her and I can't wait to marry her with no prenups. Rustic on the go early this morning.
I think he's got therapy today.
Early therapy going on today, man.
Man, there ain't enough therapy in this earth to fix me, dude.
Yeah,
This is
I'll
physical
leave a little
therapy.
bit earlier because I got to go get gas.
Put your seatbelt on, Rustic.
I'm just going down the road to get gas.
Nobody wants
Let's
to do
keep
that beeping now.
Yeah,
there you go. I'll put it on.
beeps. You drained the account. I just wish I had one to drain, man. It's gonna be tight here till Wednesday. I ain't gonna lie. I'm just glad I
What is?
bought up a bunch of groceries and stuff to get us till Wednesday.
What are you talking about, Buggy?
John said he done drained his mom's account, and I said I wish I had an account to drain because it's gonna be tight here this week. But it's tight every year, every month like this. It's like it, so we're used to it.
If you ever need anything, brother, you hit me up.
Yeah, man, dude, I can't do that. I got too much
No,
pride.
don't give
You
me
know,
that.
man,
Don't
that's
give me
just
that proud, bold
that's
BS.
just my nature, man. That's just been
I
me.
know it's
All
your
my
nature,
friends get
but
on to me about it too.
if you need food and stuff, man, just freaking hit me up, bro.
You
You
missed
pay
the
me
part
back.
about me going to Walmart and buying up a whole bunch before. Well, I paid some bills I shouldn't have paid. I paid them, they weren't actually due until probably
You
the
paid
5th.
some bills you shouldn't have paid. You should always pay your bills.
Well, I know that, but I paid them early, not thinking,
That's okay.
because I was so used to when it was just me, the bills would come and I would pay them the day I got them. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't have to worry about me forgetting them because I forget things, a lot of things.
I'm just saying, buddy. If you're struggling for food in your fridge, dude, I
Oh
can help
yeah,
you
dude.
out
If
with
it,
that.
if it got like that, I would hit people up. Believe
Don't be
me,
too.
I wouldn't let
Don't be
mom and
too
dad.
kind.
I wouldn't let my mom and dad do without anything. You know what I'm saying? I'll
Yeah.
swallow my pride quick then. But if it's just me, I don't even worry about me.
Small water. I don't think you need me for that, John. I think you can hit up that guy that was in your driveway. He's probably got cartel connections, man. He can probably
A
hook you
box
up.
of Cali weed. I don't know, man. Isn't it legal? Is it legal? Isn't it legal in Florida now? All I know is all the states it's legal in. There's some real.
Yeah, but they say that Cali weed is the best weed. That's why he's saying that.
Humboldt County.
They're saying we have the
I've
best.
known about Humboldt County since 1975.
That's because all the ocean breeze that it gets. That's the reason
Yeah,
why it's so good out there.
We have the perfect climate for it, I guess.
There's actually a Netflix documentary, multi-part documentary about Humboldt County. If those of you who don't know what Humboldt County is, it's the weed capital of California.
Ours is Meigs County, down by Stonefly.
Humboldt County supplied a lot of the United States with weed throughout the 70s and 80s and 90s.
Well, if you go to Sacramento, you go to Bakersfield, you go to Fresno, that's a crackhead county.
Yeah.
The crackhead center of California right there, boy.
But they've been growing weed in Humboldt County since, in the 60s, some hippies, started almost like communes up there, and they grew weed to sustenance. And there's something about the soil up there that works real well. You know what I mean?
I think it's that. It's the climate. It's the perfect
what I mean. The
storm,
climate, the soil, and it's perfect. Like, remember, I don't know if you remember Goldbud. Most people from the 70s remember Goldbud. And I forget where I read the story about it, but Goldbud only grew in a certain region in Mexico or South America. I can't remember. I think it's Mexico, and it had something to do with the soil, and it was the only place it grew. And that's why it cost so much back in the day. And I can't remember the whole story about it, but yeah, Goldbud back in the day kind of tasted like hash. I'm probably speaking way over some of the people's heads in here, but those who know.
I wasn't born until 77, but I still know that debate.
The reason I know about Humboldt County, my best friend's brother was in the Navy in San Diego, and we got kicked out of the Navy for supplying pretty much most of the naval base with weed, but he brought weed back with him, and he said, yeah, this comes from Humboldt County, man. It's place where they grow weed in California. You know, I mean, this was I was 11, maybe 12, something like that. And so that's when I first heard about Humboldt County.
Oh yeah, I'm sure Buggy was a friend of a friend. It's okay,
Yeah.
man, if it was you.
Yep.
You had your own king thing going back then.
Ace Sanchez, are you familiar with Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia? There's a lot of videos out here from some live cams. Anyone who hasn't never seen Kensington Avenue, YouTube it. You want to see Zombie Land, and it's 24 hours a day, and it's wide open in the street. This place is, you won't believe what you're seeing.
In Philly?
Kensington Avenue in Philadelphia. Yep.
Oh, that don't surprise me. Philly.
Oh, this, believe me, I guarantee you've never seen anything like it. The fact it's
I don't know, man.
is mind
San
boggling.
Francisco.
It'd be close, but if you just do a search on YouTube for Kensington Avenue, you'll see what I mean.
You ever walk into a Walmart after 10 o'clock at night in Sacramento?
No.
That'll give you a run for your money right there, bud.
Outside of Muncie, are you kidding me?
It look like Zombieland in there. I mean, it makes a Walking Dead look like America's Next Top Model.
That's any Walmart after 10 o'clock.
Especially Sacramento, dude. I was legitimately like scared.
Look how foggy it is, Bug Man.
Yeah,
I've seen that, man. Hey, NJ, what's up? He's headed to get his shoulder jacked with, I think.
Yeah.
Rustic, that ain't fog, brother. You ain't gotta lie, man. That's some of that purple or that brown hash Buggy was talking about.
You know, it's funny, when I went to Germany, you know, here when I was a teenager growing up, if you seen hash, it was very rarely, you know, and if you did, it was real expensive. And I get to Germany, dude, and that's all they have. That's all you get for the whole 2 years you're there. You're not going to find any weed at all. Not that I'd done those things when I was in the service, mind you. I just know this from other people telling me about
it. Yeah, John, that's why they call it the keys. Get it? The keys.
Yeah, none of our Walmarts are open anymore all night. They used to be, but none of them are open 24 hours here anymore.
Oh, all of them are still here.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
If it's a superstore, it's open. If it's just a regular Walmart.
Yeah, they're all open.
I couldn't tell you. I don't go after 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
I used to because that's when there was nobody there and I can get all my fishing like hooks, whatever, swivels, and there's nobody there. No mines. That was when I would go. Grocery store.
That's the best part about going to Walmart at night. You go
there's nobody there.
Yeah. You used to go to Kmart after 10. They had all their blue light specials after 10.
Yeah, but Kmart, I remember that. I find right now, as far as grocery shopping goes, Tuesday or Wednesday at 10 o'clock in the morning is it, for me, the one I go to. It's just people my age. It ain't a bunch of people in there. Very rarely is it super crowded. I made the mistake of going on a Saturday at the first of the month one time at like 4 in the afternoon. Yeah. There was so long of lines and crowded, I almost left my cart sitting there and walked out.
Well, my new town I live in, I can't complain. I mean, I was there on Easter Sunday, high noon, and the population here is so small, so it's never really busy. I'm used to closer to the, where I used to live closer to the Bay Area, where it was just too many people. Out here, I mean,
that's best.
It's not bad.
I don't like most people anyway, so I'm glad I don't. Me and someone earlier, when it first started, before anyone came in, we're talking about crowds and stuff like that. And
yeah.
The only place I go anymore that's big crowds, I would say, are the pro motocross races. I go and camp, and the campgrounds or the parking lot fields or whatever, full of thousands and thousands of people, but they're all dirt bike people, So I call it's like my safe zone of people that I don't mind being around.
I'll go to sporting events that are crowded, but that's about it.
Oh yeah, we went to the hockey game Saturday. It was packed.
Well, I miss going to I used to go to Dave Matthews concerts, and at the outdoor venue here. It was a 2-day thing, so you'd get there the night before the first show and start camping, and it was a lot of fun. A lot of pretty cool people then, but then it started getting a different type of crowd of, uppity people who aren't as sociable. Because when I first started going to Dave Matthews, man, it was almost like the old Dead concerts. A bunch
Dang,
of people.
Buggy, I bet you went to Woodstock, didn't you?
Nope. My mom almost did, though. Yes, as a matter of fact, NJ, they were crawling towards the satellite, actually. But yeah, my mom is kind of a weird combination. My mom was a hippie, and she used to make our clothes and stuff, bell bottoms and everything. And my dad was a flat top wearing union iron worker. Figured that one out. 63 years later, they're still together.
Did you say NJ's in here? Good morning, NJ.
Yep, NJ's here. I can remember mom had an old, I don't know, record player, for lack of a better word, but it closed up. You pulled it down and opened, and there was the turntable and then speakers on the side. You just spun them out. And we had albums like the movie Hair, or the soundtrack to Hair, that was actually the play. And Janis Joplin, Hendrix, everything. But the one for Hair, I remember because there was one section of the album, and I think it's in the play, but I don't think it was in the movie. And it's just like a monologue thing of, hey, 1968, what makes you think you're so fucking, or 69, what makes you think you're so fucking superior to 1968? And it's just a little blurb throughout the album, in the album thing. But when you're 12 or so, you're like playing it over and over and laughing. You know what I mean?
Hey, I was born in '68 now.
Chrome Buns do Rustic. I was 4 years old in '68. My mom took me to see Tommy in the Reveille Theater, and I didn't know what it was at the time because I was young, but the whole back wall was full of concert speakers. And after I grew up and went to concerts, I realized, but it was like going to a concert. It was so loud and everything, but they were rock operas. I went and seen The Who and Jesus Christ Superstar with her, and it was unbelievable. I didn't know it then, but it was like going to a concert. They literally had concert speakers with, amplifiers or whatever somewhere back there for the audio to come through. Yeah, I don't know about that Sex in the Mud. I don't think I could do that. Who? Who's the Pinball Wizard?
Sex in the Mud.
He's talking about Woodstock.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's anything went in Woodstock, man. It could have been a dude could have got in there. I mean, there was no way of knowing.
Speaking of the movie Earthquake, Gigability, you're killing me on the reference of the movie Earthquake. Remember in the movie, I think it was it had to be Earthquake, and the dude had the dirt bike and he was going to do the loop-to-loop thing. That's the only thing I remember about that. Yeah, that back then they had all them great movies. You had Earthquake, the Towering Inferno. What was the other one? Something about a jet or something.
I ain't watching Earthquake again. Last time I watched Earthquake, we had a good size earthquake, and then I watched. I think it was the first Superman movie with Christopher Reeve, and they had that big earthquake. And then 2 days later, we had a big earthquake. So I don't watch movies with earthquakes anymore because it seems to trigger earthquakes too.
There. Yeah, John the Second Woodstock. What a joke, eh? Doesn't they realize
you can never recreate the
culture to have anything like that anymore? Poseidon Adventure. There you go, John. That was such a great movie. And then as I got older, I don't know how old I was when Jaws came out, but the spring before I went to stay with my aunt in Florida in the summertime, Mom took me and my brother to see the movie Jaws, which made going to the ocean not such a great thing when I got to Florida. Morning, Nubby. Yeah, I forgot about Poseidon Adventure and
to Pismo Beach. I wouldn't even put my toe in the water. I'm like, heck no.
Yeah. Yep. They had to make me go, and I wasn't real stoked about going out in the water. Alice in Chains Mad Season. I'm not familiar with it, NJ. That one's a little over my head. I might as well get another Red Bull, I think.
I ain't heard that band in a while. Alice in Chains.
Y'all never heard of? I wasn't a fan, but I've heard of them.
Oh, John, the iron-ons from the mall, the T-shirt place. Yes, what a cool place. Man, see, there was so much cool crap back in the day that we don't have anymore. T-shirt place, the mall. Hell, malls are all gone. I'll be back.
No, we still got malls with T-shirt places here, Buggy. You get the iron-ons and everything, just like John was saying. But I was born the year Star Wars came out, so I didn't get to see it. Actually, by the time I was old enough, I got to see Return of the Jedi. That was it.
Man, you got to make me feel young again.
Oh, Eric, you're like 30, man.
Yeah, I wish.
Shoot, I didn't even watch Star Wars. Didn't even know it existed very much until I got out on my own. And because all we was allowed to watch was Gunsmoke, Little House on the Prairie, and Walton Mountain.
Kind of like my house right now. Hey, I'll be back. Dad just got up. I'm gonna try and get him go back.
Chris is in the basement. Whoever.
Highway to Heaven and all that good stuff. All right.
Who that is?
Let's see.
That fog's just above the ground about 4 feet. Now it's touching the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't born until 81, boys.
That's about
81.
8 feet above the ground.
When I was 77, when I was born, that was a historic year, man. Star Wars came out, Rocky came out, Elvis died that year. A lot of stuff happened that year.
The first Rocky came out in 77?
I think it was 70. It was either 76 or 77, I think.
I thought it was in the 80s.
Nah, that was Rocky 2, 3, and 4.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 22.
Yeah. Man, I'm just getting so many alerts on my phone about this dang eclipse.
I know there's an end of this road here somewhere.
That road, Rustic, you're on, looks like something out of a scary movie there, man.
Yeah, see it. Not so bad there on the camera, but you can't see very much. It's thick in some places.
Yeah, we get that Thule fog out here in I like to say like winter and springtime, man, where you can't see your hand in front of your face and you got to try and drive through that. It's a nightmare.
Oh yeah, I live down in California, like I said, man. It gets so foggy out there. Yeah, you couldn't see hand in front of your face. I'm like, whew.
Yeah, scary
Get
stuff.
soaking
Man.
wet from standing out in it.
Yeah.
Here comes another car. Oh, I got 7 more miles before I hit Huntersville.
Talk you like that, that's when I'm freaking out the deer.
Ooh, there was a car on the side of the road there, Eric.
Who'd you say was in the basement?
So I just said Chris, whoever that is. And there's like 3 or 4 of them. Chris's.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna hop down. I gotta get to bed, you guys.
All right, Gabe.
All right, Gabe, take it easy, bud. Hope you had fun watching that lady basketball last night.
I watched WrestleMania, dude. That was awesome.
Oh yeah, especially the last match.
That last match was probably that's one of the best matches I'd say top 3 best matches I've seen ever.
Me and
So,
Curtis was talking about it. Curtis and me wish it would have been Stone Cold instead of the
that's what I
Undertaker.
was saying. No, I love the Undertaker, but I think they could have fit Stone Cold in there too to give a couple stunners and just roll out of the ring. You know,
Yeah.
that place would have erupted even more.
Yeah, I've seen the highlights, but I didn't see the last match.
Oh, that's dude, you gotta see it, man. Oh, it was amazing.
I watched the one where The Rock was trying to relive his youth, and you could tell he lost a few steps. He was gasping for air.
Yeah, but I mean,
Okay, I think a situation avoided. I think he just had to go to the bathroom. Hopefully, he's going back to sleep.
all right, Buggy. Well, I was just telling them I'm gonna jump off, dude. Hopefully, when I wake up, y'all are still on again.
Yeah, that won't be today.
Hey, Gabe, go Purdue.
All right, let's go Purdue.
Yep, that's Big Ten team all day, baby.
That's right. I was sad to see Iowa lose last night, but I get to rub it in on Purdue.
Yeah, NJ, I'm gonna watch that too, and I'm with you. I hope they don't have some crazy stuff in the contract clause about no knockouts or something like that. Because I heard there was some funky stuff in the contract, but I don't have any solid information where I just heard on some
Knockouts for what?
The Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul thing. Because if it's truly a real boxing match where he can, because I think when they done the Mayweather fight, him and Tyson, there was some kind of clause in it about knockouts and stuff like that. So it was actually just an exhibition fight. But if there aren't no stupid clauses like that in that fight, and it's a real fight, Mike Tyson could kill him in the first round.
Oh yeah, 30-second knockout.
Yes, Sanchez, that's what he'll be known for. But the young Mike Tyson, when he first started, when Cus D'Amato was still alive, was the baddest man that ever had boxing gloves on his hands. And after Cus died, it was over with. Don King got his hands on him, and it all changed.
Yep, Don King after the money.
He ruined boxing. Don King ruined boxing, period.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, in the 80s, boxing pay-per-views done almost as much as wrestling pay-per-views, because there ain't nothing ever beats wrestling pay-per-view. Back when that's how it was done. Because at the cable company, we had to do the switcher and stuff to make sure it switched, and we always sold more wrestling than we did anything, even in Tyson's prime.
Yeah.
But if you want to
Boxing
see,
is a dying sport, buddy. I hate to say it.
yep, I agree. If you want to see a bad man, go back and watch the early Tyson fights.
Oh yeah.
When he first turned pro, the guy was phenomenal.
When he hit somebody, it made you cringe.
Yeah, exactly. There was not an ounce of wasted energy anywhere in his game. And when he hit someone, it started at his ankles and went all the way up through his body, uncoiling, and bam.
That dude had a bad to the bone left hook, man.
Yep. He hit
Nowadays, it's live cockfighting, MMA.
Yeah, I remember I actually rented the very first UFC fight before it became a regular thing or whatever with Hoist Gracie. And back then you fought, it was like a bracket that went down to the end, and they fought more than once a night then.
I watched a boxing match last night between Thorne Ferguson and Eddie Hall, and I'm like, oh God, I never realized how big those guys were.
Yeah. And
when
Jay,
they hit,
he was so
man.
technically sound from being trained by Cus D'Amato. There wasn't any weakness in his game anywhere. I mean, he was
Oh, Tyson.
yeah.
Oh,
When
he was
he
nothing but
first
solid muscle.
well, and he was his technique was flawless. I mean, he was because of the training he had. And in fact, if you want, there's a good one. His old trainer, the prodigy of Cus D'Amato, the guy who actually done most of the training of Tyson, I forget his name, but he was always in the corner just before he became a world champion. There was an incident and he got fired. And he's on a long version podcast, him and some guy, and he tells the whole story about it, about when they went and some guy in a juvenile delinquent place, called Cus D'Amato and said, "Man, I got this 12-year-old kid you need to see." And they went down and got him at 12 and started then. But what happened, this guy ended up, that was the real trainer, he done everything for Cus D'Amato. I forget the damn guy's name. But anyway, he caught Tyson doing something he shouldn't have been doing to a child and pulled a gun on him and made him leave because Tyson wasn't going to go. And he assumed that Cus D'Amato would stand by him on that. But Cus D'Amato wanted to have the youngest world champion in history. So he had to fire this kid that was his prodigy, the guy wasn't a kid, he was in his late 20s or whatever, that he had brought up as his prodigy to become the next best trainer in the world. But that was a story I'd never heard of till the guy told it. And to be honest with you, the rape charge he had here, there used to be a guy, Greg Garrison, had a program on the radio from I think 10 to 1 or something like that, and he was the prosecutor in Indianapolis when that rape happened. And he told the story about it one time, and he said, "I can tell you right now that this poor little girl was brutalized by Mike Tyson." And Garrison was of the belief that he should have probably done life in prison for what he'd done to her. But, you know, it was Mike Tyson after all. But he's the guy that got Mike Tyson convicted. And then he ended up being an analyst for like CBS or something on big trials and shit. He's in Mayor Noblesville now. He retired from the radio. He's still a lawyer, though. And if I ever had anything I needed done, he's the guy I'd hire if I could afford him. But after Cus D'Amato died, Mike Tyson was surrounded by people who didn't have his best interests at heart, I guess you'd say.
Yeah.
Sandy Toes, what are you doing?
Boxing is a dying sport now. It's all UFC. That's what
yeah. Well, and
beat the crap out of each other like fucking cockfighting in
well, at least they're not fixed. I mean, Don King had so many fights fixed for the gambling thing that it become common knowledge. And then he had ripped off so many boxers for millions and millions of dollars.
Yeah, he was all about the hype instead of the talent.
Yeah, he
never really was into boxing.
Well, one time
too much cushion on the gloves.
No, you got to remember when you had guys like Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard,
Thomas Hearns.
Thomas
Hearns. I don't remember all those guys.
Those were bad dudes, man. You weren't old enough to know anything about any of them.
Thomas Hearns was legit, man. That dude was.
Now the big thing is that.
So was Sugar Ray Leonard.
Slap boxing. That's the big thing now.
Sugar Ray Leonard was bad. Yeah, those guys are gonna have so much brain damage by a year or two from when they get done with that.
Yeah, they're just not guys either. It's women doing it.
Oh yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, one of the biggest rivals in boxing history, man, is Thomas Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard.
Yeah, yep. That was a huge pay-per-view back then. The
Oh
pay-per-view, they
yeah,
had them in like arenas and stuff here on a big screen.
yeah. They fought several times. I'm like, jeez.
Yeah. Marvin Hagler was a bad man too.
Yep.
De La Hoya was good. But there were some, lightweights and stuff back then that were bad. What was the
Nothing
one
good
guy's
as that
name that
used
killed
to
the
be.
dude?
Stuff was better back in the day, even food.
Jake Paul. I'm gonna watch it just to see if it's fake or not. If it's set up, they'll know if it is. If Tyson comes out and starts ripping him to the body in the first few seconds and then starts throwing a couple uppercuts, you'll know it's real.
It's
That's
probably
right.
all to make you pay more money to go watch some.
All you gotta do is join Netflix for a month and then cancel it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah,
I'm on
Hey,
Netflix.
John,
I got
I
Netflix.
used the George Foreman grill as my means of cooking when I first was single.
You'll know when that bell rings when Tyson comes. If he comes out swinging and pounds that head, you know it. Tyson's an animal anyway.
Somebody will end up having a little live stream on YouTube of it.
You're right, Sandy Toast. There was a grace and a science to boxing.
Oh yeah, Eric. I mean, so many people talking about that. Yeah, somebody got to.
Yeah, Lou, you're right. He won't knock him out in the first round, and that's why I hate that kind of stuff. It's like, man, let's have a real fight.
Be a bunch of dancing around.
Mr. Sanchez, you're exactly right. That was all Don King's doing right there, which ruined boxing. Either that or he made fighters take dives.
Yeah.
They're just trying to juice up boxing again, trying to bring it back because it's a dying sport.
They
Because USC's taking it over, and now you got this slap boxing or whatever it is.
Yeah, John, see, that's the other thing. Mike Tyson's nuts, and I'm with you. I know Joe Rogan said he intimidated him so bad when he built his new studio down in Texas, he made the desk extra wide so they weren't close enough for any guests to reach him.
Yeah. After that,
And
yeah.
Joe Rogan's a bad dude. Don't let nobody kid you.
Oh yeah, he's trained with them guys from UFC. He knows how to get it done.
Oh no, he was a jujitsu. He trained in jujitsu as a kid, not jujitsu, taekwondo as a kid. I've seen some videos of him when he was a teenager.
It's all about the dollar sign.
Sure it is.
I'm not paying money to see that. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm with you, NJ. There's a lot of people would like to see Tyson kill him. Hey, Danny Stone, good morning, brother. Yeah, Gig, he may be loopy, but that doesn't take away from the fact that he's a bad man. Google Joe Rogan Taekwondo or young Joe Rogan Taekwondo or something like that. You'll see what I mean.
Yeah, that UFC, man, that's became the number one watch sport now, and it's like,
If you're from the hills and you know what fucking cockfighting is, that's just human version of it without the spurs.
human cockfight.
Yeah, dude, the whole chip. I think the last one I seen on a pay-per-view would have been one of the, I think it was a Hagler Hearns fight. Yeah, Joe Rogan's definitely a black belt in Taekwondo, and I don't know what his belt is in Jiu-Jitsu, but he's a legitimate badass. I don't care what anybody says about him. He's bad.
Eric, have you ever watched that on YouTube about them backyard beefs where they're in like an
Yeah.
octagon and solid and they're in there fighting?
Yep.
They
Yep.
got some beef with somebody and they're fighting each other.
Yep.
Yeah, Uncle Lucy, that I'm with you on that. That's what I'm afraid of. When the UFC is legit. I mean, those guys are real men in there fighting real fights. I mean, there's no way to stage it, no way to. I mean, is he black belt in both? I thought he might have been. I just wasn't sure.
Yeah,
But
no
the
matter if you're black
UFC,
belt or
I
not,
mean,
if Tyson hits you, you're hurt.
win or lose in the UFC, just getting in the ring with someone, you're a bad dude. Bottom
Oh
line.
yeah.
Steel Enya came in my live when the quake happened. Right after it happened, he came in the live Friday and was all fired up, man. Steel Enya is one of my favorite people in the whole YouTube community. That guy is so positive, man.
Yeah.
Gabe, there ain't no competing. Boxing's a dying sport.
No way,
UFC
John. That is a classic. That and what's the one when he's the fish? Oh, dagnabbit. Those are such great movies, man. The Ghost of Mr. Chicken is a really great movie, which I think was kind of a spinoff from an Andy Griffith episode about the haunted house.
You know, I just watched that the other day. Don Knotts, where
Yep.
he's a fish.
Mr. Liffett, that's it. Yep.
Yep, Mr. Limpet. I watched that the other day. I said, man, I remember watching this when I was a kid.
You know, I watched it's probably been 6 or 8 months ago, but I just happened to come up on my timeline or whatever on YouTube, but it's a mad world. You know what I'm talking about? I forgot.
Yeah.
That was a pretty funny show. I forgot all about it. Saying, man, I remember that sort of, and I watch it. Like, oh yeah, this is cool. Who remembers the Herbie the Love Bug movies from back in the day at the Saturday matinees at the Rivoli Theater?
Herbie.
I think I'm gonna go home tonight and watch Idiocracy.
You going out today to gig?
I guess I've never seen that one, Eric.
Sorry, I missed. Hold on, let me.
You never seen Idiocracy?
Oh my God, it's America's one step away from that being a documentary. Okay, gig man, be safe out there, brother, and
Funny movie, Rustic. You ought to watch it.
hoping you have a good holiday,
Idiocracy.
man. Yeah, it's not the greatest movie on earth, but it is an example of where the United States is heading if we're not careful.
Yeah, I watched a movie the other night. I was on the phone with John Orler, and can't remember the name of it, but our U.S. president was a full-blown Mexican, couldn't speak English. And they was enforcing law. There was no police, no county, highway patrol, nothing, no FBI. They was all one police force across the United States, and they all dressed like Nazis. And you couldn't do nothing without permission. I'm like, Jesus. I thought, well, it's supposed to be a movie like prediction of what happens in the future. Mexico takes over.
Yeah, I'm with you guys, man. I sure hope there aren't no stupid rules. I seen a video. They supposedly read the contract out on this video, and it didn't have any clauses or anything in it. So we'll see. Sanchez, Death Race 2000 in the 70s. I remember that show. Heck yeah. That one there ranks right up there with the Warriors.
Yeah, I think I've watched that movie like 3 times in my life.
Gig, I'm praying the fish are hitting today for you, brother. No way. The Legend of Bogey Creek. Nice. Be safe, Gig, man. You're going to have a good haul today, I hope.
Hey, I made it to Sykes. Woohoo!
Man, I tell you, I got this woodpecker out here. I ain't seen him yet. I don't know how big he is, but I got the door closed and I can hear him. Let me see if I can open the door and you can hear him better.
Yeah, we got one in our town, and usually about 8 o'clock you'll hear him.
Okay, listen real quick. See if it goes again. That figures he stops now. He's out there somewhere, and there's a little stand of trees out there behind the house. And man, this dude, he's been going in the same place for, I don't know, a week or more.
Trying to get the bugs in the tree.
Yep. No problem, Gig Man.
Yeah, like I
I'm
said, we
always
got one in
pulling
our
for you
town,
when
and
you go out fishing, dude.
he starts around 8 o'clock, and he'll go about 4 hours.
Yep.
I'm like, good Lord, dude. Yellow light, red light, green light, go.
So when you see J Dog say, "You were out fished by a little girl," I think she was like 9 or 10, something like that. Got that 108 pounder down there on the Hot River.
Ohio State record.
Death Race 2000. That movie came out about the same time Joe Walsh's song "Only the Good Die Young" came out, and I was thinking that movie or the movie of the Warriors, that song would have made a great part of the soundtrack. Yeah, no doubt. That's probably what it is on the back of the garage out there.
Damn, there's Avid's picture up on the Lambert's poster.
You know, Sandy, I think they do it all summer long, and all, you know.
Oh, it's foggy here in town.
There was steam coming off the fake pond out there this morning.
Yeah, it's 50 degrees here in Sykes.
No, it was yesterday morning, my bad. Right now, the skies are nice and clear, man. If it holds like this for the eclipse, it'll be fun.
Hey, has your backyard pond went down yet?
Yeah, it's a day and a half or 2 days after it went down. It's still
3
too
hours
wet.
of raining, you could have just fished off the back porch.
Yeah, no doubt. But it's too wet back there to mow right now. I know that. I don't know when I'll be able to mow back there.
I imagine it's soft back here, the way that water was up on there.
Good morning, Shirley. Yeah, I suppose
Morning, Shirley.
I can mow about half of the backyard right now, and it needs mowed real bad, which I was hoping to do
You had
today.
a lot of birds back there where that water was. They're back there picking up the worms.
You know, Sanchez, I forgot all about Stallone being in that because it's been years since I've seen it. I only seen it at the movies when I was a kid. Come think of it, I need to dig it up and watch it. There you go, John. Just make video so we can all laugh. Good morning, Misplaced Country Girl. How are you today?
Morning, Denise. Oh, there's a chicken.
When you snatched the pebble from my hand, grasshopper. Yeah, that was a pretty popular television show in the day, wasn't it? With all the slow motion fight scenes and stuff. Oh man, I got so much stuff need done. Hey, that fishing channel. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Morning, Fishing Channel.
He picked up the hot pot and burned his arms. Yeah, I remember that. What was he thinking?
Oh, there's the juice right there.
I don't know what the saying is up here, Misplaced Country Girl. I don't think you plan anything until after Mother's Day, if I remember correctly. Jersey Shore. My members only jacket. Yes, Dazed and Confused was literally a documentary of my high school days. Literally, it was probably the best depiction of how it was when I was in high school. I mean, it was down to a T. Not so much the freshman initiation, which we had, but it wasn't as dramatic or as bad as what they showed. But as far as the out of school parts, the partying stuff, perfect. I mean, he nailed it. Got my Snooky in the situation. If you can quote lines from Jersey Shore, you really, really need to get some help.
Never watched it.
Yeah, nah, Gabe, I wasn't that cool in high school. I was kind of shy. I was a stoner. That's a good job, NJ. I'm glad. Get some of that liquid courage going, didn't you? It happens. I never realized how much shoreline Jersey has, but New Jersey has a lot of coast, man. A lot more than just the Jersey Shore area, so to speak. Yeah, check you later. I don't know. I don't remember that guy. I was just one of the dudes that hung out at the parties with everyone getting high. I might have sold a little weed to a few people every now and then. Just because I had a guy worked in the factory down the road from me, had a dirt bike, and he couldn't get it started one time. And I don't know, I was probably 15 or so. And me and my buddy was just walking back to the fields back there to go get high. And I stopped. He said, "What's wrong, man? You can't get it started?" And I forget what it was, but I helped him get this dirt bike going. And he said, "What are you guys doing?" I mean, this guy's like an adult and we're teenagers. We're just going to hang out in the fields back there. He was like, "You want to get high?" I'm like, "Sure, man, cool." Well, he ended up becoming the dude I'd get my weed from, and he would literally sell me a sandwich baggie full of weed that you could just lift the thing at the top and fold the flap over completely full for $30. I don't know how many doobies you could roll out of it, but a bunch.
Oh,
And so we would roll up doobies and sell some in the parking lot of school. But I mainly would sell to the brothers because they were cool and they liked my product, so to speak. Because theirs were always little bitty pencil doobies that you could barely see the weed in. All right, NJ, be safe in there, man. Don't kill nobody. I've been there. Yeah, John, exactly. I parked my 62 microbus in the back row of the parking lot, too. We actually had the cops would be on the second floor with binoculars looking out the parking lot. So some people got busted one time, so we had to keep ours on the DL. And there wasn't no more parking lot enterprise we could do. But it was 70s, early 80s. It was probably 79, I'd say. Yeah, about 79 and 80.
79
180.
Man, these allergies are killing me right now. They didn't used to be as bad as they are now. I don't know if it's moving out here in the country or what. Yeah, I do. I do, Gabe. Actually, I read the book about him. Nice, Tom. We always had a guy who had this big 4-wheel drive truck, and when they would push snow in the parking lot, they would literally push it in giant piles, long ways in the parking lot, and they'd have openings where you could walk between them. And this guy would always park his 4-wheel drive truck up on top of the snow piles they made, and they ended up barring him from parking in the school parking lot. So these people had a little vacant gravel lot across from the school, and he went over and asked him if he could park there, and they let him, so he parked across the road every day. And like John was talking about the other day, we had smoking areas in our high school, which, if you think about it now, was kind of crazy. What? You couldn't buy cigarettes till you were 18, but yet in high school we had a smoking area. Oh man, yeah, come to think of it, I wonder what year they ended that. Because there was a lot of doobies smoked in the smoking area. Where I actually seen a guy eat a lit joint one time when the the school security cop guys came out the door one time, and he seen him, and he threw a joint in his mouth and swallowed it lit. Yep. Here's one that'll blow your mind, Gabe. I remember when you could smoke on a jet going places. Ah, the times they have changed. Hey, Nick, good morning. How you doing? Really know you, but we'll give you a ring. You can hang out with all the other mods. Just be cool is all I ask. Smoking in hospitals? I think there was, now that you mention it. Hey, Curtis. Curtis, that may be right about the same time No, I think we quit it here way before that, because I was a grown person then.
Morning, Curtis. Morning, Nick. Morning, Dog and I. 205.
Associate people who smoke with mass murderers. Huh. 205. Good morning to you today. It's been kind of a crazy morning so far. I did pick up some stickers last time I went down to NJ's, or went down to J Dogs. Some of that muddy water bait and tackle. Probably one of the coolest bait houses I ever been in. And that's got one of them little things there that someone could probably pause this if they wanted to and do whatever it is those things do. I don't know what they do. And I got a Uptown Christy Brown, Downtown Ernie Brown sticker, which
Awesome.
saving to put on my board. I'm going to make a board to put behind me where you can't see into the kitchen when Mom and them are up. I just got to get the board. I got how many stickers? A whole bunch.
Morning, Nick.
Yeah, Curtis, it was definitely the turning point, wasn't it? As far as restrictions in schools went. Yeah, that bait shop, they got live eels in a tank.
Really?
And they got pieces of PVC about that big around, about this long, laying in the tank this way, like maybe 2 layers high or 3. And you get down and look, and you can see their heads sticking out, and it's like, ooh, they look like snakes.
Morning, Mr. Tully.
He was going to get one out, and I was like, nah, that's all right, dude. I don't need to touch it. It's okay. You know, I can tell you this, when you put the hook through the skin, the only way you get that off there is with a knife. It don't come off.
Yeah, they got tough skin.
Still. John, we'll call them stickers if we want to, and you'll just have to abide. You're too scared to keep actual snakes. Yeah, the best part about them, if they get out of the tank, they're going to die. Good morning, Chadwick. Mr. Tully. But yeah, J-Dog put a piece of eel on one of my poles, and it's definitely an all-day bait. But we casted him out, and we were getting ready to move after the second or third spot, and I was gonna just take it off and put a fresh piece on, and I tugged and pulled and twisted, and J-Dog said, "They don't come off."
Yep. Morning, Chad.
I got my pocket knife out of my pocket and ended up having to cut it off. And the skin is the slimiest, slickest crap. I mean, you can't hardly hold on to it.
If it dries on your hands, it's even tougher.
Yeah.
It's like letting it trying to pull off that caulking or some kind of glue.
Pull my finger down, scratch and snap stickers. Oh, the sun just came up. God, please let it remain clear like this all day. Open my door a little bit. You know what? That darn woodpecker hadn't started pecking again. Yeah, I better close part of that blind. There's in here, you won't be able to see.
That smell means you're a man, Doofy.
You know, J-Dog's creeping around back there somewhere.
Probably.
But yeah, and then he has a freezer with, skipjack like that, and shad and anything you can think of for catfish bait, he has it there. Plus, he sells Whisker Seeker rods. Stinky pinky. If you're using your pinky, you're doing it wrong. You know, my bank poles are feeling neglected. I need to take them out and use them so they don't feel left out. These work on the bank, though, so I haven't been bank fishing for a while.
Yeah.
This would be a really good week for that to happen, though. Yeah, I remember that now, Skywalker.
I watched a scary movie one time, and that's a waste of time. Turned out to be a person in a mask. I'm like, come on.
You think it was a person in a mask?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you kill me.
I never watched the rest of them. I thought, I ain't watching that. And then they want to try to put it up there with as a scary person, like with Freddy Krueger and Jason and Michael. And I'm like, come on.
Hey, Gabe, the guy with the deformed hand in that, he got his start on the Dave Letterman show as the guy under the stairs, I think is what he was called. But every now and then an episode, he would raise the stairs up and on the aisle, going up in the bleachers. And God, for the life of me, I can't remember his name now. But yeah, that's where he got his start at. Chris something, I think's his name, isn't it? Yes, during the match days, exactly.
Well, look at there, the opening
Who
up in there.
remembers the movie called Nothing But Trouble, with Dan Aykroyd played the judge and Chevy Chase and the one lady, and the couple that was with them were from Brazil, and he introduced them as Brazilianaires. But in the movie, if you pay attention, and Chevy Chase is the judge, right? Well, as the scenes different times in the movie go through, his nose was big at the beginning and kind of funky looking, but as you keep watching the movie, it eventually turns into a penis on his nose. But you don't notice it unless you're paying real close attention. If you've never seen that movie, Nothing But Trouble, I'm telling you, it's. I don't know who thinks of these things, but that movie is so bizarrely. It's funny. It's got the most bizarre crap in it. Brazilianaires. That's the one thing. One line I remember out. This is so and so and so and so. They're Brazilianaires. But yeah, it's called Nothing But Trouble. And if you've never seen it, look it up and watch it. It's great.
Yeah, any movie with Dan Aykroyd and Chevy Chase in it's funny.
Actually, the band in the movie is the guy who used to wear the glasses with the nose, George Clinton's band, the hip hop dudes. They're in the movie. He was a dancer with Humpty back then. No way, really? I didn't know that. Yep. Yeah, that movie has them in it. George Clinton and Humpty, and that was my introduction to him. So I started looking up his music after that. I got the whole discology of it. I didn't. I'm gonna have to watch it again now just to look for Tupac. I may watch that this morning. He's never seen Grumpy Old Men. That movie's worth watching for, if anything, to get to the end with the outtakes are hilarious. The Roller Coaster, The Bone Crusher. Yep, you've seen it, haven't you, John? That's a great movie.
I like that part of Grumpy Old Man where he throws that fish in there and he's driving through there with his head out going, woof, woof, and he pulls up the bait shop. That's the guy. Do I stink? Yeah.
Yeah. Nothing But Trouble, man. I need to go find a bunch of them movies like that on DVD, because there'll be a day you won't be able to watch them no more. Kind of like Blazing Saddles. Exactly.
That one.
This movie, it's hilarious. Blazing Saddles, everybody's seen that back in the day. Mel Brooks, man, he made great movies that you could no way, shape, or form touch to make today.
Yeah.
Blazing Saddles, Young Frankenstein. I mean, they all had, about like Monty Python movies too. They'd have trouble making them. Well, I know everything's streaming, Gabe, but what you don't understand is if you don't have them on DVD, when they decide that movie's not appropriate anymore, they stop streaming. You know what I'm saying? Kind of like look for Blazing Saddles on Netflix or anywhere. You'll never find it. Did the Humpty Dance. Yep.
Well, you'll find it on Netflix because they was advertising it here about a week ago.
Blazing Saddles?
Yeah.
Really? I wonder if you can download movies off Netflix. I think you can. Oh, are they, Gabe? Yeah. That was my introduction. George Clinton in that movie was my introduction to him. So I started researching him and finding his music. Hold on, I gotta write that one down. This is the first thing I've written down today, isn't it?
This is your chance to do the hump.
See, I got on my big computer, I got it back when you could get music in torrent form or whatever, remember?
Yeah.
Well, I got a bunch of discologies where you could just search the band name and type discology behind it, and every album they have ever made would come up, and you could download them. what is it called? Vivo. But yeah, I mean, there's going to come a day, the way this world's going with political correctness, that you'll never be able to see movies like Blazing Saddles and stuff.
Chad said, while you're writing stuff down, he said, write this down. You're an awesome dude.
Thank you, Chadwick. I love you, Mr. On vacation today. Lucky man.
Oh, he's on vacay.
Once got busy in the Burger King bathroom. Oh, that reminds me, I'm gonna need to make. I bet I can order DVDs of them movies. I'm gonna do that before you can't get them anymore. Blazing Saddles.
Blazing Saddles.
Oh heck yeah, David Allen Cole's banned in most places but good bars. I think I got his discology too. Yeah, Curtis, no doubt. You know, Sandy Toes, I may do that. Not to mention, I know my son and daughter-in-law and grandkids are all coming, and we're going to be hanging out outside. I might set my phone up or something and just let it run while we're out there. Come to think of it, that probably wouldn't be a bad idea. Then everybody would get to see it, wouldn't they? Because we're in the total dark zone place or whatever. Okay, I'll be back. Pops back up. I'll be back here directly.
I don't know, Sandy. I might. You can get DVDs on eBay for like $2 to $3 for free shipping. It's the good old movies. In her Barker days, she played a local bar. Marlon kept dancing around during David Hughes singing. That ripped his ass right there. Must have been about 87. I see you. I see you. Telling me I'm number one. Oh, awesome. Oh. Several warnings have been given.
I'll be back here in a little bit.
He'll be back in a little bit. Gotta take care of Pops or Mom. Yeah, I think J Dog's number one as well. way before Mike Tyson. Never thought of that till now. Coincidence? Who knows? Anybody else got thick fog? Man, it's gotten thicker since I've been sitting here. I can't even see the tree line now. If it keeps on, won't be able to see that building. I wonder if Eric's still driving. Yeah, he's still driving. How many stops you got, Eric?
8.
8 stops. Looks like a pretty sunshiny day. Still cold up there?
It's in the low 50s.
Yeah, that's what it was here a while ago. It was 54, I think. Well, where I'm parked at, it shows 50. Hey, Mr. Sampson, good morning. How is Mr. Sampson this fine day? Oh. J-Dog is number one. J-Dog is number one. He didn't tell me good morning, but he said I was number one. Yeah, buddy. Miss Shirley T. I just got that. Some might think he's a number 2, but he's number 1. But some might think he's number 2. My therapist ain't even showed up yet, I don't think. Haven't seen her walking around in there. I asked if they had a pool in this new place. They said, yeah, right over there. I said, well, when can I swim? Not right now, not with your arm. I told her, I said, I think the swimming might do me pretty good. Wife asked me, said, you going to open up the pool this year? I said, you going to get all the bullfrogs out of it? No, then there's your answer. John Order, quit larking. Yeah, he said he found me, so he found me. Like I was lost or something. Somebody riding the party button. Somebody riding the party button. Well, Eric, you and Curtis gonna try fishing this weekend or what?
Okay, I'm better now.
You're better now.
He may go back to sleep. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, he's going back to sleep.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, he may have forgot to put his pull up on last night, so to speak. So, yeah, good morning to me. You want to go out, little guy? Or are you going to lay in the sun?
Yeah, I imagine John Smallwaters. He was a Dirty Dancing fan.
That's a pretty good sun spot right there, buddy. Dirty Dancing fan. Nobody puts whatever her name is in the corner. Baby, isn't that it? Nobody puts baby in the corner. Something like that.
He said, not me.
What's the party button? I got lost on that one. I don't even know what
always
time
in the
the
corner.
I was a big fan. I've been to a few, not many. Come on, let's go. You want to go out and see something out there, huh? Come on. Is there squirrels out there today, huh? There you go. Oh, it was a bird, huh?
Imagine John going to a strip club dressed as Macho Man Randy Savage. Oh yeah.
So you seen
Where's
that
my
video?
dollars? Yeah.
Did you see
Where's
that
my
video?
dollars? Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, it's a good one. I told everybody they should go check
I
that
have a
out. It's a good
mushroom
video.
strip club and a duck story. Save that for the boat.
Yeah, I like the idea of that one already.
Story time with John.
Yeah, ready.
There you go, John. There's your new idea for a video. Story time with John.
No,
Let me tell you about this duck.
No children allowed.
That's right.
Yes, crazy cat or cat's crazy world. Yep, I can see you. I've just been up helping my dad. I just now got back in here and sat down.
The parks are starting to fill up.
Oh, so
if this
now
fog don't lift, ain't nobody gonna see it.
Yeah,
oh, I see the sky though. That's cool.
They're all freaked out around here too, Don. It's crowded. People are everywhere. I'm glad I live out in the country. My son and my grandkids and daughter-in-laws all coming over.
I know in the Madrid they got that big levee that you can drive down and look at the river. Y'all have seen it on our videos many times. They got vendors. They got the whole road blocked off. They got nothing but vendors all the way down through there for this thing. Oh yeah.
Yeah, my son. We were going to cook out until I realized I don't have a grill no more. He texted me yesterday and said, "Well, we'll just cook out." And I was like, "Okay, that sounds good." And then he texted me a little bit later and said, "Do you have a grill?" And I looked out back and was like, "As a matter of fact, I don't have." I must have left
Morning,
it
cats.
at the house.
We got moved and no more bugs. Thank you for everything and the way your support.
No problem, Crazy Cat. It is my pleasure to help someone out. That was a long time ago, wasn't it? A couple years ago. I'm glad everything's good now. Even though that does still pop up on my Amazon buy it again list thing or something every now and then. But yeah, no worries, man. My pleasure.
Trina says, okay, back to work. Brian B., you fart sniffer.
Brian B., the bedwetting champion of New Jersey.
New
Oh,
Jersey.
wait, he's from D.C. and never mind. You ready to come in, little dude? Okay. Well, you should have said something. We'll be out there later today. You'll be tired of being outside by the time we get done.
I walked out. $10. Well, that's my dollar tip money. That's my dollar in the string money. I can't do that.
I don't know. Maybe Germany spoiled me, but my thing, strip clubs to me is kind of like window shopping. Looking
Eric
at
is
stuff you can't afford.
Eric's delivering tires. He's working.
But in Germany, you could window shop and you actually got to sample the product. Where here, I don't know. I suppose you probably get to an extent in the back rooms or something. Never been there.
I sold that mess and got a car.
19th annual Aging Well Conference. Yeah, there's no easy way to age well. What do you want, little man, huh? Dude, I hate
Oh,
to tell
yeah.
you.
There's an easy way. If you got billions of dollars, you can age very well.
Yeah. I hate to tell you, little man, but we're out of treats till Wednesday, buddy. Sorry.
Good morning, Keith Doc. What's up, Doc?
I don't
Good
know
morning.
what you're going to do, but we ain't got no treats till Wednesday, brother. So you'll just maybe if your grandma wakes up, she'll get you something, but I don't have anything.
Well, maybe a date is the wrong word. They cost you $2, John? Wonder what would happen if you start going up there throwing dollars worth of quarters at a time on stage. They say, you can't be throwing coin. What's $1?
What do you want, huh? Come on, get up there. Come and see me. What do you want? Huh? Do you want some muffins? Come on, I got you some puppy loves. Yes, I will. Come on. What do you want, buddy? Huh? Look at that big shadow. You're a big dog in your shadow. Sample's a better word. Stalked. What up, Doc?
Times were different.
Yes, sir, John. I understand what you're saying. There are ways to attract strippers. You just got to understand the ways. And it has absolutely nothing to do with looks. Man, I got trigger finger and this finger right here. It sticks. I better close the camera off while I have a cigarette because some people get extremely offended by that. I have no reason why, but that's today's world full of sensitive pussies. Exactly, John. There you go. They hung out at the clubhouse. Wait, crazy cat. You got a money belt full of cash? Hey, can I talk to you for a minute?
All right, Bug Man, I'm going to leave you playing, but I'm going to run in here right quick, get this over.
No worries, brother. We'll be here. You know that.
All right.
And biker clubhouses have their own set of rules. If you don't know the rules, you probably shouldn't be there. If I had a money belt right now, it's so empty I'd probably hang myself with it. Nah, I'm okay, man. Money's not the answer. What, buddy? I just let you in. I am not letting you back out again. That's not going to happen, my friend. I know that trick. I told you there are no treats until Wednesday. Okay. I overextended myself this pay period, so I'm just going to have to accept the facts. Don't think you crazy cat or cat crazy. No worries. Believe me, between him and the big dog, they're so spoiled and so fat. Mom is going to kill both of them, but oh well. Yeah, right, Curtis. No doubt, brother. Sure would be. Oh, well, it could be worse. It could be worse. Dad could have stayed up after he got up to pee. Just saying. Mm-hmm. Where'd you go, little man? There you go. Don't worry, brothers will be around here before long, and we'll have to come up with some kind of treat then. Wonder how Butters feels about crackers. Yes, it is. It is the thought that counts. The fact that you thought about it is all that matters. I will be limiting my driving this next couple of days just so I got enough that I make sure I get to the VA Wednesday morning. Because I got to go in and get my shot, and the shot hurts so damn bad. I hate it. Okay, Sandy Toes, I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. We will be here. I'm thinking. I decided that I'm going to do whatever days I want to do. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Rustic wants to do Thursday, and then I'll do Friday. That's some nice country right there, Eric. Amish country.
Not Amish. Not in Amish country.
Yeah, look at them pretty hills, man. The woodpecker's back. He's going to town. By the time I get up and open the door so you can hear him, he'll quit like he did last time. Yep. I'd just like to see him. I know he's over there. I just ain't never seen him yet. He could be one of them big woodpeckers that are like, 2 foot tall or whatever. Oh, what the heck was that? No, I meant to turn that all down. Yeah, no worries. I'll do that. We'll do that. Go ahead and send it to him. But I am going to have to kind of stick to, a little bit of a schedule, not running 7 hours or anything like that every day, because I'll never get anything done if I get in the habit of sitting here doing that crap all the time. Hold on, John. I got to get that one on my phone and save it. Hold on. Oh. There we go. Wait. Oh, I got the audio turned down. Nice. Yeah, I like that primary cover. Listen. Here, buddy. Wind therapy. Never see a motorcycle or a truck with a dirt bike in it parked at a therapist's office. Good morning, Northview Outdoors. David Mann Chopper Fest 20th anniversary show. Featured length recap film. Dang, I hate to close that one. We'll hit play now and it'll save in my history. Dave Mann, dude, what a legend. And you had to be there to understand that one. There we go. Shoot, now how did I get back to where I was? Nice, John. I wish I still had my brother's shovel head, but his wife put it up somewhere and supposedly it's been taken care of, but you know that motor ain't been turned over in 10 years probably. And I asked her to let me. He had started that one that I sent you the picture of. He had started converting that into a hardtail chopper. I mean, he had the rolling chassis and everything. And I don't know what he'd done with that Paco frame that it was in originally, the picture on the bridge, you know, the short look. That bike was awesome, man. It was built. But supposedly she's got it put up safe somewhere and someone turns the motor over every month or so. I'm pretty sure that never happens, but that's her story. Okay, Cat Crazy, thank you for stopping in and good luck at the hospital today. Back pain sucks. Nice, dude. Fourth in line. You know, I can't say much. Last time I went to my DMV here, I was in and out in 5 minutes, man. See you, John, man. Have a good day today. You guys are going to Donkeyland? Oh, it's about empty. Oh, no. It's about empty. Somebody help me with the empty Red Bull. And that was that. That's all right. There's always the next one. I think the only one representing Indiana was Hooks and Hammock. And 3 hours. I reckon we're going to end this at 8 today, guys. I don't know. There's 30 people in here, but I'll never get nothing done this morning if I don't. I need to get a little cleaning done before the family with my grandkids comes over. Oh, yeah, and most of them have better bodies of water to fish at too in Northview. I mean, let's face it, there's nowhere here where I live, especially, that you can compete with the Tennessee River, James River, nothing like that. Just it won't happen. Unless maybe you're fishing for channel cats or something. And then you probably be all right, I would say. But as far as blues and flatties and stuff go, yeah, no, I got nothing. What's the one? stand 3 of them fish at is at the James. They've got a fishing gold mine there, I'm telling you. I may have to take a little nap before before the family comes over. I was thinking of it, I just didn't get it out there in time. But anywho, it is 8 o'clock, my friends. I hate to go, but first off, there's nobody up here talking, which is boring. And secondly, I really need to get stuff done this morning. And with that being said, thank you all so much for hanging out with me. It's greatly appreciated. And for a show that has no direction, at least we're still going. I mean, I had no idea what I'm going to do every morning when I hit live. I suppose some people do what's known as show prep, but I don't ever do that. I could, but then again, the articles I would get would last about the first 10 minutes and then be back to being a directionless crash going on here or something. Anyhow, I truly love my people. This catfish community saved my life at one time, and I will forever be grateful for that no matter what happens. Yeah, no doubt, Chadwick, I do. And I will try to repay the community any way I can every time. So we'll try this again tomorrow morning. It may get better. It may be worse, but it'll be regardless. I'll see you guys tomorrow.